podunk, bizarre number of wood pallets, which they burn every year, in a large field shared by 2 schools. The mound of pallets.
Is Pukwudgies just a white trash situation now? It's like a Native American curse. We curse you to forever be haunted by Pukwudgies because of your white trashiness.
We invented as them fucking listen. We just invented white trash and put that fucking
put that juju out there
on your jacket. Okay, that's all it is.
The curse.
Dude, imagine what the white trash was like in like 1708. Because you know
there must have. Oh man, that's a skit right there, dude.
1708
white trash and the fucking colonial
They still
must have had
accents.
What it was back then was like dudes wearing suits with the fucking knees blown out and oversized and dirty.
We know why his knees are
dirty
blown
as
out.
fuck with no shoes on. That was white trash.
He's hanging out with
then.
Sandra for too long.
You ever seen Freaks, the movie from the 30s? Guys, let me just put my hat on real quick.
He came prepared. You have to say that.
You got I'm surprised he came.
Wow. Hey guys, welcome to the Dylan and Joe Basement Podcast. It's a scorcher today, as you can see. Everyone here looks like they're pretty hot. Dominic.
Oh, thank you.
I know,
hot
yeah,
too.
bunch of hot guys right now.
Oh yeah.
Dominic is wearing a shirt and a hat, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
And a hat that you had stored in the freezer for the past day.
I mean,
I
wouldn't
think it'd be
call
harder
an
to put
hour
it
a
on.
day.
That's a good point.
The hat
Yeah,
made
I
the
tell you,
shirt.
if you've never taken a shirt out of the freezer and put it on, it's similar to taking a shirt out of the dryer. The first 20 seconds is bliss.
I might have to throw one in the freezer at the break just to see what that feels like.
Yeah,
'cause it's hot.
and in 6 months, I'm going to have to throw one in the dryer, and then, in the cold, it's going to be great. I totally get what you're saying.
Dude. You should do that in the winter time.
Great fucking analogy.
In 6 months, I'll have to try that one out, yeah.
Yeah, that one's good. I wanted to let everyone know that I did catch 6 mackerel the other day.
Holy mackerel.
6 mackerel and 4 shad. So please, a round of applause in your car, in the toilet, whatever it is, for just how good of a fisherman I have become. The shad has a lot to do with this actual episode that we're doing today.
I sure hope so.
Oh, it does. Don't worry.
I believe in you, buddy.
Oh, it does. No, but the shad was the fish that won the Revolutionary War.
Oh, I'm interested to see where this goes. Good thesis. Let's see where.
I forget who was president at that time, but it was his.
There wasn't one, famously.
So George
during the
Washington,
Revolution,
that's what I thought.
they hadn't picked one yet.
No.
Yeah, the upcoming guy. So you know what, dude?
Oh, it was going to be George Washington. This is one of the easiest ones you can pick.
No, I know, but I didn't go to math school. All right.
Okay, dickhead.
So, but anyways, no, it was during like a season where there was a lot of shad, and they loved shad, and it was George Washington's favorite meal. Like if he went to prison,
really,
this is what he would pick: shad.
He was a shad.
He was a shad lover. Anyways, no, but this all comes full circle. I'll go to that in a second. But the
no rush.
The mackerel I caught, I made about 4, maybe 5, like a. You know the things you make lemonade in, since it's the summer. You put
like a pitcher,
juicer.
A pitcher, yeah, pitcher. But like a lemonade pitcher, not a beer pitcher. Way different.
Sure, yeah.
Tall and skinny, plastic kind of lid on it.
Yeah, exactly. I made that much mackerel tuna fish sandwich mackerel. So instead of tuna, I used mackerel meat.
You grind it up into like little chunks and stuff?
Yeah, I grilled it, and then I took all the bones out after I grilled it, and the head and stuff like that. Then I put it in the food processor, added mayonnaise, and onion.
God.
And a bunch of stuff is fucking great. I've been eating it for like 3 days straight. It's my entire
Shocker.
diet.
God,
My entire diet has
All right,
been mackerel.
how much
You're
mackerel
fucking gross.
salad can you have in a row before going getting hospitalized?
Not macaroni salad, mackerel salad.
Mackerel salad. Every night for the past 3 days, I've had 2 hamburger buns with about an inch of mackerel paste and pickles.
Sounds delicious.
With cheese. It's like a
What
tuna
kind
melt.
of cheese?
It's like
With
a tuna
onions.
melt. It's a tuna melt, but
It's a mackerel melt? You're
mackerel
eating a fucking
melt.
mackerel melt?
Are you
2
grilling
times
the
a day
buns
for
too, or
3
it's
days?
going in cold?
It's going in cold with hot buns, but I'm having mackerel melts every day. So, however, there were some byproducts.
Hold on. What kind of cheese are you using?
Pepper jack.
Oh, okay. Tight.
It's nice, yeah. And I cut yourself one. I bought a lot of it. No, but the
I
whole
have it
point
in
of
my
this
fridge
is right now. You guys think that you're suffering? Who thinks they're suffering right now? Raise your hand. From the heat.
I mean, I'm not suffering currently.
I'm not suffering.
Dominic's fine because you did the freezer thing. Joe.
Oh, you mean about the heat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
He did
hot.
say heat.
You guys are well, not well. On
I
a
thought
happy
you thought we were
scale,
suffering
a
like
happy
our
face,
life.
Where are we all at right now?
I would say, as of uncomfortability with heat right now, I am only at like a 3, but I'll get up there as this podcast goes on.
Okay, so higher number the worse. So a 10 would be really bad.
A 10 would be like I stop the podcast and I walk into my freezer and die in there.
Okay, all right. That's okay.
I'm at a
so,
3
got
currently
it.
since I shut the AC
3.
off.
All right, so you could be worse. Dominic, you're obviously doing fine.
Dominic's at a
I'm-
0 because he's got a frozen shirt on.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah,
I'm sure that didn't
not.
warm up
This
in
also
10
holds a lot
seconds.
this holds more.
I
air than you
already,
think.
I already admit that.
I
When I
have.
said the best.
I have a bunch of mackerel heads in my trash can that I forgot to take out to the trash, and it's been hot in my house.
Yeah, but
and
did you take the trash out eventually though?
Well, I didn't smell. I took it out. Well, the thing is, I took it out when I got home an hour ago, but I opened it to put something in there, and I was like, "Holy fucking mackerel!"
Yeah, but
This
you
is-
caused that. We didn't
This
cause the
is
heat.
insane.
You caused that.
Absolutely insane because my house kind of smelled, and then
I mean, hot fish is like the standard for like what's the worst smell ever? Hot
standard,
fish.
dude. Standard. This
The gold
is
standard.
absolutely insane, and right now, it's my whole life is just hot dead fish, and they're 2 days old.
In
So-
your
You
area?
deserve it.
Yeah, hot dead fish in my area right now.
They look up
now.
your zip code. That's how they know.
Yeah, in the zip code right now. They're here. So I just want to point that out that this
Wow.
is where I am
That
at.
there are hot dead fish in your area. That's what you're
Spiritually,
trying to tell us.
Spiritually, this is where I'm at right now.
Well, at least
So-
now you're wearing the mosquito net hat, so all the flies that come feast on the corpses of the fish won't be able to get to your face.
I'm good. I'm good now. Yeah, exactly.
good to go.
So, anyways, back to what we're talking about, guys.
What are we
I
talking
don't know.
about, Dylan?
It's a good question. We're talking about. It does come back to Shad. I'll get there in a couple hours, but
Oh, we'll get there, baby. You got to stick around with
We're
us for a
talking
while.
about this,
If he made it this far, we're 10 minutes into talk about fish grinding. It's so gross.
yeah,
dude.
and this is a spiritual, mythical, sort of fantasy. Maybe not. We don't know. Native
Hey,
American.
that's not our place to say till the end.
Lore and little guy, sort of like a fairy, but more like the Star Wars Joe
Ewoks.
Ewoks, more like Ewoks, but also like hedgehogs, or what's hedgehogs called in the U.S.?
Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs.
Okay, yeah, more like a hedgehog or a porcupine. They're called pukwudgies.
I don't
Wait,
think
hold on. Were you
Pukwudgies.
were you thinking that porcupines in different countries were called hedgehogs?
Yeah,
Porcupines are like bigger than both your cats. They're really big.
oh, that doesn't say anything.
Well, they're like the size of like a
Cats are like
medium-sized dog. They're like oh shit, my arms got out of the camera. They're very large.
They're like this.
They're bigger than a skunk.
All right, well, maybe the size isn't the thing because the pukwudgies. If we're
You're
just
thinking
gonna
of the
start-
pointiness. The pointiness has nothing to do with the size.
Whoa. Wait, a couple things. One, all right, pukwudgies are supposedly a foot tall. Second thing is they have
Or
like,
not by my research.
by my research.
Not
fine.
mine.
That's what we're here to
All
talk
right,
about today.
pukwudgies,
I'm not
like
not
a
arguing.
Foot tall. They have
Okay.
the snout of a dog, sort of like a porcupine, and they're
And they
bipedal.
have wings like a demon, but also like an angel.
Carlor.
Okay, and this is their thing. And yeah, guys, you take it away. I've been talking too much. Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
I'm also
Pukwudgies,
too
we're here to
hot,
talk
and
about
this is
today.
holding the fish and then so I gotta take this off right now.
We're back
Oh,
into the
the
cryptid
flies.
That was a
zone
good
here,
start, though.
folks.
It's a good start.
Oh yeah, nice job. You're the host.
Thank you.
Yeah, back into the cryptid zone, folks. These are little wild men of the woods who vanish, is what the longer definition of what they are. And maybe they're like porcupines, maybe they're like hedgehogs, maybe they're portrayed in a lot of other media and stories, which is like they're little like troll men. They're basically little goblin men in the woods. Sometimes they're hairy, sometimes they have gray skin. But what they all have in common is that they live in northeastern United States, and they're out here to trick you and get you and all kinds of weird shit. So today we're going to talk about what they are, what the Native American tales tell us about them, and we're going to dive into a couple of stories that are modern stories of people right around our area in our undisclosed location that have actually seen these things and maybe have been tricked or cursed by them. I guess we'll find out as we follow through here in the story.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely. So I remember hearing this word before, maybe when I was a kid, as like a thing that like exists. But I don't remember actually knowing what they are enough to have it stick to me. But now when I looked into it this week, fascinating stuff. Dylan, why is it that I would have known that?
Because I believe, you heard them from Harry Potter.
I actually figured out when I was looking it up that they are in Harry Potter because I don't remember them ever being in Harry Potter because they're basically the same thing as a house elf, which is different in Harry Potter than a Pukwudgie, but very similar thing where they're like if you're nice to them, they're nice to you. If you're mean to them, they're mean to you. These little goblin type creatures. But I don't remember. Are they only in the books? Because I've only ever seen the Harry Potter movies, and I don't remember the word Pukwudgie coming up one time. I remember Pukwudgie coming up as the mole people in the woods. Like, oh, the wallabies will get you. The Pukwudgies will get you. I don't remember ever learning about them through Harry Potter. But maybe I did, and I just forgot. I don't associate Pukwudgie with Harry Potter at all. Elf, troll.
How many times have you guys seen or banged someone who liked Harry Potter too much?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer the second part of, but the first part,
too much.
I've probably seen all the movies. If you consider all of them, I've probably seen all of them twice, and then some of them like 3 or 4 times. But
I've seen some of them like 15, 20 times, just because they're always on in Cook Lane when they're on. Because my dad watches
I haven't seen. I think the last time I watched them all was like during COVID.
Is this your dad's thing?
He watches whatever's on TV with commercials.
Weber Genesis Silver Grills. This is his thing.
Dude, he's seen every Marvel movie, every DC movie, every Fast and Furious. He just watches television with commercials movies, and he'll watch the entire thing quietly and just stare at it inside of the room. I bet he's seen all the Harry Potter movies 10 times. It's insane.
And as you know, they usually do like the same movie run for a week straight. So by Friday, if you're over there, he'll watch it. Like he'll be watching.
He'll know exactly what's going on.
He'll be watching like Fast 8, and like someone will say something, and my dad will go commercial, and it'll go to a commercial. He learned when the commercial changes are. Sometimes it takes him.
He has Netflix, he has Hulu, he has everything. And he's like, no, I just want to sit here and just let it wash over me.
Whatever's on AMC, I'm just watching.
I'm not on my couch putting on a movie. I'm sitting at the kitchen table, leaned over towards the small TV, watching Pukwudgie 3.
Chewing my tongue.
This is good.
This is good.
And then he's watching this 100th episode of fucking Alaskan Bush People, followed by Pukwudgie, and he knows the commercial for Stanley Steamer's coming up in about 3, 2, 1, and then it goes. Well, the Red Sox starting on it. What are you supposed to watch? Anything you want? No. Whatever's on TV, censored and cut for commercials.
I'm watching Trevor's Thor on AMC. I'm good.
Well, that'd actually be funny. I remember sitting down at the table and he's like, have you seen this? I'm like, no, I didn't watch the Justice League. He goes, well, this guy's bad and he wants this from that. Like, he knows the whole thing. He just doesn't know all the details. He knows the general
I can't remember the names. He knows the thing. Dude, when
this guy's a bad guy.
For the first time, he's
seen Shazam. None of us have seen Shazam.
In like 2 days. And he was watching part of it outside. I was like, "What is this?" He goes, "It's that Shazam thing." And I was like, "Oh, or with the kid?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is that any good?" He's like, "It's interesting."
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even like it. He just likes watching it, but he doesn't like the movie.
What is he doing right now?
Right now, I believe he's at a brewery with my mother.
Okay, cool.
there you
That's
go.
fine. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, I'm kind of let
Yeah.
down. I was gonna.
They're
hope
watching
he
the
was
Red
watching
Sox on the
Air
TV
Bud
in the corner.
5 on fucking.
But no, like
It
tonight.
is
oh,
crazy.
also,
The shit. He's
he's
walking
also,
in there. You're watching Aquaman 2. He's sitting down. I'm like, you like this? He's like, yeah, it's on.
He's just standing up, leaning
doesn't even
over
like
the,
it.
the island,
Dude, he was
watching.
watching
it.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
No, yeah, exactly. He's watching the entire thing of Aquaman with
Hours.
commercials.
Doesn't
Doesn't even really care for it.
He also, even though he's not using Netflix or anything like that, he did find the Samsung TV channels that you can use with the regular remote, and he found the
Nice.
Motor Trend channel.
Oh, it's over.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's watching like these crazy, stupid garage builds. He's like, yeah, this guy, he's putting a flathead V8 in a dune buggy, but he's also making it not have a roof. So he's got to support this whole thing with extra material. I'm like, okay, this is what you're doing.
That does seem more of his speed. Like he cares about what's happening in that, though. But him during the relationship between Aquaman and Wonder Woman, like it doesn't really seem his thing. But he has seen that way more times than people who like the movies.
And I will say, because I have the same thing with TV, every movie we've mentioned, I've seen at least half of it because I was in the room while he was watching it, and I was like, the TV's on. I'm looking at
You
it.
have the same hypnosis, that the Mara hypnosis when the TV's on. You just always stare at it. What is
Yeah,
this? Oh, I don't know. Or just watching it.
Some of my
idea,
family
just
members, some of
on.
my cousins have coined the
I can watch
phrase.
anything I want. I'm gonna watch whatever FX has going on this afternoon.
Some of our cousins have coined the phrase Cook Lane syndrome when people can't look away
I guess
from the
that's what
screen.
it is. I associate it with the whole family, but it might just be
Yeah.
Cook Lane.
I'm fine with
situation.
it. I'm fine with the name. My dad's fine with it, but someone does not like when it's mentioned.
I can't imagine who. Anyways, they might don't want to be mentioned on the podcast. Pukwudgies are a little tiny troll person who lives in.
Little tiny.
Speaking
So
of
I've
that,
never
no.
heard of these things
No,
until
they
you
live
guys suggested
between
this to me.
two places. Like a
Aren't you
certain
glad we did?
Someone as well, by the way. The Pukwudgies are most commonly found in Indiana and Massachusetts, just like someone. Right?
Just like one of our
Joe.
previous podcast guests.
Joe, I don't. Maybe
The
I'm
hottest
wrong.
guest.
Maybe I'm wrong here, but based off of the height thing that you mentioned earlier, I have a feeling that you and I read the same thing, and Dylan read a different thing.
Yeah, mine was like 2 to 3 feet, and no larger than 3 feet, but like a small man, not like a little animal. Like 1
And
foot is
did
like
yours-
this big. I'm
did
talking about
yours-
like a little man who can like grab you, by the pecker and be like, "Hey,
Joe,
get out
did
of
yours
here."
also say Massachusetts and Rhode Island?
Well, I think the
Well, New
Wikipedia says Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Prince Edward Island, the Great Lakes, and Indiana are all places that are
all right,
mentioned
so I am learning.
Pukwudgies.
Okay.
But
Dylan, I'm
Pukwudgies,
sorry I doubted you.
no, but Pukwudgies,
So-
as far as I've seen, it's most famous of the Wampanoag tribe of Massachusetts. That's the
So
more
you've seen
famous
them.
version. No. The data, that, the extensive
That's-
research on
I don't
Pukwudgies.
think that's how you worded it. We
I
keep
know.
getting. We should just get into this. We should stop delaying this.
We're doing this. It's happening right now. This is us describing it. So that's
Dominic, you just keep talking about Airbud 3 or whatever you're.
They can be from whatever 1 foot to 3 feet. They're like little trickster characters. We've heard about them all around the world. I mean, think leprechauns, think fairies. Like they can disappear, they can sneak up on you. Varying reports between cultures. Where in the Great Lakes they think that they're pretty much just like little tricksters and they're not up to no good. Where in places like Indiana, they're like, well, they're not inherently bad, but if you treat them poorly, they will fuck with you. And then some places like Massachusetts and New England, they're like, they are out to kill you. They're trying to draw you in
They're
and
gonna
kill
make
you.
They're gonna make you kill yourself. Or
Yes, which is another
shoot you
version
with
of
a
it.
spear,
a poison arrow.
a fucking knife. Like they're
Yeah.
like fuck.
They're bad news. You don't want to encounter one. We'll talk
and some
about all
people
those
are like, oh well,
versions.
if you nice to them, then I'm like, no. The Native Americans generally thought they will absolutely rape you like
Yeah.
Mr. Hands.
At
was
least the
raped
ones
by a
around
horse.
here, which as far as I know
Yeah.
is where the tale started. So they should know more than anybody. I mean, they're the ones who are familiar with the Pukwudgie and the Pukwudgie people or whatever. But yeah, I've heard versions of like I said, they can conjure poison arrows, or they can trick you into committing suicide, which I guess we can say on YouTube if we're not famous, and or they can make you go crazy, basically. You go insane in the woods and get lost in the woods and die of starvation. You can't figure shit out.
Okay, all
basically
right.
little witches.
Yeah, they're crazy. I just found this really cool thing on Reddit. It says, bite-sized bestiary Pukwudgie.
Nice.
Well, you should always try. I can't do it. You should always try to remain quiet and unseen in the forests and swamps of eastern North America. Otherwise, you might.
Who is this
attract
guy
the attention.
you're doing?
You
Where is he
might
from or
attract
supposed to
the
be from?
attention of a Pukwudgie. Pukwudgies are short, human-like forest spirits found in the folklore of Native American tribes located on the eastern side of North America. 2 to 3 feet tall, big ears, smooth gray skin, big nose, big lips, and dog-like snout, like Dylan said. Porcupine-like
The one
hair
thing you
that
got
runs-
right, you're gonna.
Porcupine
The last
hair
thing.
that runs along its back.
Oh, porcupine
Depending
hair.
on the tribe that you're talking
Got that
to,
one right,
the
too.
Pukwudgies have different attitudes towards humans. They can range from harmless tricksters to outright malevolent. Where's my
Yeah,
club?
but I think that Dylan was right. That's just
I
based on
finished? It's almost
who
done.
says it. Oh, I'm trying to comment on it while you go because we usually just said all this. You're just saying it again by your reading Reddit posts, and I'm trying to make a podcast out of it. If you
I don't know.
mind.
I mean, maybe this
From
might be.
my
I mean,
memory.
AI might have gotten good enough. This could be ChatGPT's reading.
If you are one of the unlucky few who meets a nasty Pukwudgie, you should expect some of the following: luring you into a deep part of the woods, kidnapping your children, raping your uncle, pushing you off a cliff,
Okay.
shooting at you with poison arrows in the ass. Like that's
He's
a
adding
picture
stuff
shows
in.
someone with an arrow in their ass.
No, it doesn't.
Pukwudgies also have an array of magical abilities. Their powers differ from tribe to tribe, but turning invisible seems to be the most common one. Where'd
Mm-hmm.
he go? Shapeshifting into dangerous creatures and shooting magic fire arrows are also common magic powers. But Pukwudgies weren't always so hateful towards humans. According to
What
a
happened?
Wampanoag story, the Wampanoags used to revere the Pukwudgies for their helpfulness and kindness. Hooray!
Then what happened?
Thank you, Pukwudgies. The Pukwudgies are so great. We love
I
the
must have betrayed the
Pukwudgies.
Pukwudgies.
Yay! However, when the
Yay!
people began to revere the hero Mashop. Whoa.
Oh, don't Dylan. Do not skip over this. This is
Hey.
like a big part of
Hey,
the
hey,
legend.
hey, hey.
I'm not skipping it. Do you want me to read it?
Well, yeah, I want to
you
talk about Mashop because a big part of the Pukwudgie story is the Wampanoag hero Mashop, or Mashuap, whatever you want to call him, and he's like a
Ryan,
legend to
let's start
them.
Shoo-wop.
I'm not
No, yeah,
skipping
yeah.
this. You want me to read?
Yeah, go for it. Go
good.
for it. Yeah.
Instead, the Pukwud. Oh, however, when the people began to revere the hero Mashop, instead the Pukwudgies became jealous and declared themselves enemies of the humans. We
Yeah.
love you. Mashop is the best. You're the best. Mashop is a giant that created a few famous natural geological locations in North America and Wampanoag folklore. So, if you happen to see a Pukwudgie, it's best to run as fast as you can.
Don't fall for the little trick.
Check out my series on Canvas for more magical creature goodness.
Literally, you're ripping off another person. Nice, good stuff.
No, we're a partner.
Cool. Well, you know,
Partner with them for that.
that was a good.
Well,
Thank you,
we
Dylan,
thought-
for that. That was descriptive
Everyone needs
and
a little
entertaining,
pick me
which
up
is what
sometimes, you know?
we really strive to do on this podcast.
That was fantastic.
Little
You just
pick me
saved us so much work.
Yeah, and I also recommend you guys go in the accent. It's more,
I don't.
I mean,
But I'm
honestly,
glad
if
you
I
did.
knew what you were even doing, maybe I would.
Yeah, where was that
what
from?
I'm doing. If you do what I'm doing, you
Is that like old prospector, like old frontiersman kind of accent? You better
I can
watch
still-
out. These woods are haunted.
I don't
like that.
Well, I
Don't go in the
sometimes
mines
I
after
really-
dark.
I really struggle with going from. I always try to sometimes gravitate towards Australian when I'm trying.
Yeah,
to be
basically
British, or
always.
I'm
No,
trying to
you have
be-
two big ones, Australian and Russian. Those are your two heavy hitters.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes depending on my brain just can't. Sometimes the switch just.
Which is crazy because the American accents you can't do at all. You're like, oh, I'm from Minnesota. Hey mate, good day. I'm from Minnesota. And from anywhere not in America, hello. I'm from Uganda. Yes, I'm from Uganda. Yes.
I see. Yes, no, but
Yeah, you just do Russian or
no, I know it's
Australian.
tough. Yeah, but no, but I give it a little time, I can do it. But my brain,
Sure,
it's
sure.
one of the slower parts of it. I don't know where it's located. What the
It is
part,
also
but it's like-
easier. This is factually proven by my own experience, which is totally
Is it Russian
anecdotal and not a
always?
fact at all. Is that it's way easier to do accents when you're by yourself than when your people are like, "All right, go," because then you start questioning yourself. You start fucking it up. If I can record myself doing an accent, it sounds way better than if someone goes, "Do that accent right now," and I'll fuck it up because I get too nervous
That's
and
good.
overthink
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So.
So,
So
anyways,
imagine how
whatever
good I
that
am at
was-
accents on this podcast. I mean, slightly better maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've seen the
what
results.
that was, because you're wondering, I'm kind of...
Now you haven't seen it recorded. You've seen it in front of you, which is exactly my point. Thank you for helping me, Dom.
You don't know me.
Dom,
You're not God.
No, what I'm thinking is, I'm guessing that was like a West Virginia Appalachian accent.
I can see that.
I
right?
could see that. I could see that.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what I think that I manifested that.
So yeah,
Hey,
Pukwudgie.
manifest
I thought that was cool. The whole tale of Mao Shop, and that the idea that he rose up against the Pukwudgies, and he fought him. He fought against the Pukwudgies. But because he's a friendly giant to the Wampanoag people, the Pukwudgies got jealous, and they actually said that they may be responsible for his death. It's like if Hercules was killed by a bunch of little goblins. It's sad, and
Dude,
I can see
based
why
on the
split.
picture on that thing I was looking at, Hercules is an understatement for this guy. This guy looks like Godzilla in Godzilla 2000, where
What?
It's like
He's that big, huh?
You see just the foot through like a restaurant window, and you're like, "Holy fuck, this thing's
Damn."
huge." He looked that big in the drawing I just looked at.
Well, then they must have done their clever trick that they do, which is convince him to commit suicide. Because how else could they kill this giant other way? I mean, how does he even do it? He can't jump off the. What's he going to jump off of?
That's a good point. Yeah, they make him. They're famous as a guy. Yeah,
They make him stab his face with an entire mountain.
For people making them jump off cliffs. And
Yeah,
shit.
there's
What
cliffs
can he
all
jump
over
off?
that people have jumped off,
He
especially
can jump
in
off the ice wall.
maybe that's what he had to jump off the ice wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's stories we'll get to in later. But there's a place that they call the something triangle. It's called the Bridgewater Triangle. And in that area, a lot of people have jumped off cliffs and committed suicide, and they do attribute the Pukwudgies because people, they say they had no, suicidal intentions. They just were in the woods, having a great time, and the next thing you know, they're jumping off a cliff, and the Pukwudgies convince them to do it. I don't know about all that.
Bridgewater is a place where you don't want to kill yourself if you live there, so it's a great.
Yeah.
It's a.
Hey, Dylan, it's the Bridgewater Triangle.
Hey.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle. It's not just Bridgewater.
Right, yeah, sorry, it's
all right, I'll have you know,
Bridgewater,
it spans
Bridgewater to Milford, and over to
no.
whatever that.
No.
is.
It's Abington down to Freetown and then over to Rehoboth, and Taunton's right in the middle. So if you live there,
Yeah, exactly. Taunton.
why would you ever want to kill yourself? So it has to be Pukwudgie.
Jump off a cliff in the middle of the woods.
Yes, of course. So that's my my
makes
thought.
sense, actually, yeah. No,
It sounds like a Pukwudgie attack to me.
a little bit.
Or to even call it a Pukwudgie attack. If you convince someone to kill themselves and you're from Cape Cod and you're this guy's girlfriend 6 years ago, can you really be convicted? We'll see. I don't know if that case is done yet. I'm pretty sure she got convicted. They gave her a light sentence.
That's a good point. She is from around there.
Yeah, she's from the area. She could have been a Pukwudgie the whole time. He was fucking a Pukwudgie.
You see those eyebrows, dude? They could be mistaken for the fucking, the porcupine stuff, right?
Joe, put up the picture of that awful, awful girl who learned what real life is when she got, convicted of murder, basically.
Not made fun of enough on the internet, so we're here to help you out with that.
Yeah. Oh, she's just a kid. Yeah, she's just a kid who convinced her boyfriend to kill herself. I don't think she's so innocent. But
What's the matter with that?
Plus, she probably did like 1 year
did perfect
probation
black
after
metal
all that.
vocalist.
Yeah. Pretty white girl from the Cape. I'm pretty sure she got away with a lot, considering.
Whoa, pretty? I don't know, man.
I mean, do you want to talk about how hot that kid is, or do you want to just move on?
Maybe, because there was that one woman who killed her children or something who was actually pretty hot.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about no, that's not matricide. What do you call it when you kill your kids?
Like in
murder?
Shutter
Because there's patricide and matricide. So if you kill your mom or your dad, if you kill your kids, it must be something. I think it's like filial side or something like that.
Kindercide?
Filiacide?
Kindercide?
Kindercide. You're making it German now.
Kindercide?
Homicide
Kindercide?
is Latin, I think. Homo meaning the same, and side meaning die or death. So it's like, or killing.
So children, puella and puella.
Like patriarch and matriarch are Latin for mother and father. So homicide means I killed the same as me. Homo-side. Suicide, meaning I killed myself. So I think it's filial side, meaning like I killed my kin. Philia.
Your filios? Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah,
We'll clear
I
that
think
up.
so.
Um,
Or it should be called, maybe it's called pedocide. Oh boy, we're getting
yeah,
tough territory.
well, exactly.
here.
Anyways, Bridgewater is not really that fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless.
But that doesn't mean you're gonna kill yourself for a Pukwudgie's coming around.
No, but
Imagine
it's
the
really
Pukwudgie
nice.
doesn't have magic.
No,
It just goes like,
no, but
think
it's
about
good to
where
make-
you're at in life right now. It doesn't even use magic. It just goes like, let's talk for a second.
Like, hey, let me ask you something. Do you live in Bridgewater? Yeah. What do you do for a living? Post office. Truck driver? No. Kid, what are you doing with your life, man? I mean,
Yeah.
I have a solution.
I'm just a Pukwudgie. I got nothing to do with you, but I mean, I'm just telling you. There's an easy way out here.
If it were me, honestly, as a friend, if it were me,
As a friend, I know we just met, but I think we have a bond here. I'm a little forest creature. You're a human. You know, we can come together here.
It's Bridgewater. I always definitely want to always get a little knock in the South Shore because I don't like it.
I love shitting on the South Shore,
It's a
even
fun
though I
place
have
to
little
go to.
experience there. But it's fun. It's fun.
I've
to
been a
me.
lot, and I like Plymouth. Don't get me wrong. I've had a good time in Plymouth a couple times.
Plymouth's nice.
And weird woods times actually. But
I just counted. I counted it as fake Massachusetts because I have enough experience with
Yeah.
it. So I'm like,
Not
the
really.
Cape exists, Greater Boston area, North Shore, Middlesex
North Shore.
County, Metro West, of course, and then the farms
and
that are left.
wherever Fitchburg is.
yeah,
Yeah.
Berkshires
West.
is the whole.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah.
Berkshire's only like
Fitchburg
one
is,
section,
yeah.
like there's a county
Yeah, but we'll
between
count that
Western
as the whole
Berkshire.
thing. And then the
It's all
South Shore,
Berkshire.
fake Massachusetts. No one's from there. I don't know anyone from there. I don't care. You know.
Yeah, it's like the Long Island
Plymouth.
of Massachusetts because you
But
can't
also-
get in, you can't get out. There's no
Wait, Dylan's right. It's the Long Island of Massachusetts. It is. A lot of people are from
They
there.
all
They
have
live
their-
there, but I don't know it.
Yeah, they have their head up their fucking right up their ass, like Mr. Hands and with the horse, that bad. But you can't go anywhere. Like, where are you gonna go?
It's like a
You
45-minute
wanna go
drive to something
fucking Maine or
cool.
New Hampshire, where everything cool is, you can't anymore. That shit's
It's
fucking
Cape or
shut
nothing.
down.
You're not
You
going
have
to Rhode
go
Island.
Cape,
What are
so
you,
have to
sicko?
just sit in traffic forever. Or you want to go to Boston? Okay, what's there? Hot chicken air right now. Why would you go there? And then
Dylan, you may be a little biased
why?
because you've been experiencing hot chicken air in Boston for the past week straight.
Yeah, I know. But I will go in there just for the podcast. Mekong Live Poultry, guys, on Neyland Street in Boston.
Look it up
I have
if you
been
haven't
working
gone there
for
before.
a while. Not working there. Well, secret. I can't tell you where I'm working, but maybe I'm working at Mekong Live Poultry. But I'm gonna go in there
Yeah.
and investigate. An investigative discovery. Dylan Joe Basin podcast investigates Mekong Live Poultry on Neyland
Our
Street,
newest
Boston. On the
venture.
hottest day in New England on history. I'm going in. Mm-hmm. That's the only way. I can't go there when it's nice out.
The
No, I'm
temperature's
going
hot.
in
No.
there.
The investigation even hotter. Stay tuned.
Exactly. I'm going in.
But I think that would probably be a good time to take our first commercial break since we've gone off
Yeah.
of Pukwudgie completely, which is fine.
Back to chicken.
Again.
That's fine.
So we're gonna take our first break here now, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between, and all the Pukwudgies listening. We're out here for you too, Pukwudgies. But we'll come back now with personal stories of Pukwudgie encounters after the break.
Pukwudgie, will you see me through the night time for me? I feel better when you're there. Pukwudgie,
Hey guys, Dylan from the Dylan Joe Basin podcast. I just gotta clear up a couple things regarding the shadfish. If you guys don't know about shad, shad, as you just heard, it won the Revolutionary War because George Washington fucking loved shad. So he ate shad, and the troops ate shad because it was abundant. Shad is in the family of the herring, and it's it's good for what it is. I don't like it. I ate enough, but I caught my first shad, and then thought it was a herring. Loved it. So this is a full disclosure, trying to let you guys know like what happened here. Shad is not great. Caught my first one, thought it was a herring. Prepared it like it was a herring, and it still, I just wasn't feeling it. It kind of tastes like it's a lake fish. I realized that it was a shad, so then I went back out to catch shad because they like shiny things. They don't like traditional bait, like live things or dead meat or blood or whatever. They just like shiny stuff. You can drop a hook in the water with a dime on it and it'll eat it or bite it.
Just, yeah, I know Dylan from like fish. I'm sitting here, we're doing our pre-show, post-commercial. Turn all your fans off so we can sweat through this like brothers. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, how come don't feel like I'm boiling from the inside out? It's like, oh, because I haven't shut my fan off yet.
Oh, I thought I was going to say because my shirt was just in the freezer again.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say. I thought
Oh,
that
no,
was
my
original,
shirt
but-
was in the freezer, though, but I put it on too early.
It was still a lukewarm shirt.
No, it was cold, but I got the
Now it's
10-second
just
burst
wet.
before we started by about 10 minutes.
You
Still
should
not
have left
wet.
one. You should have left one in the whole pocket, so at the end you can put it on, and then you can see the steam come off you like you're an NFL player in the winter,
Yep.
Fuck!
That would have been good.
steaming up. I don't know if your camera will catch it, but pretty good. And awesome transition. Pukwudgies. They still exist. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Mm-hmm. I thought I'd start this out by saying, doesn't Pukwudgie sound like some kind of slur or something? I feel kind of weird saying
It
it.
super does.
It kind of sounds like something also from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. What part?
Oh,
of it?
no. Wait. Sorry. Thanks for mentioning the slur thing, because they're also called.
Easy, counselor.
No, there's something that's kind of very like we're pushing the slur boundary here on this one.
Okay.
They have a nickname. It'll come to me. Just let me get back to you on that.
All right, we will. But I felt the whole time it's fun to say it, but it also kind of sounds like you could call someone that and be like, that's technically not a bad word, you know, like we always talk about Pussy Willow, fine to say, but you can call somebody that and not calling them that. Or my new favorite one I found out from my friend talking to me about it, which is Ditch Digger. You ditch digger.
Whoa.
It sounds like something else, but you're saying you dig holes. That's all I'm saying. Don't be such a ditch digger about all this.
Dude, are you admitting that you yourself dig holes?
You dig
It's
holes.
disgusting.
Hey, man, I like holes. I dig them, baby. I dig them. I'm
I
like
dig-
the Sugar Smacks frog. Dig them.
Gross.
So
Sugar Smacks.
So, of course-
No, Sugar Smacks were good.
yeah, no, for
Depressing,
sure.
but good. Definitely had a good time with those, but it was always
And
like
the name
on
of the
a
mascot
summer
is
vacation.
Dig'em.
It is Dig'em the frog.
It
Yeah,
is.
you're right. Good point.
Dig
Damn, my dad
them.
taught me that.
Good old dig them.
Are those still
Dig
around?
them.
Or
I think so.
I think so.
I can't tell you. I don't know what the cereal game is like. I feel like Dylan would know that more than any of us
Yeah.
here.
I
yeah,
can't
no,
tell last time I had a
definitely,
fucking
but it's an
cereal.
ever-changing world out there in the cereal game. That shit
Ain't
is
that
like
the
trying
truth?
To keep up. That's like trying to keep up with like,
Preach.
with some crazy new shit out there, like the new words the kids are saying, like fire and Riz. Slay. Yeah, it's that bad. It's like
Yeah.
on the par with that. So as far as Sugar Smacks go, I just actually
Didn't
I
ask.
kind of wish I want to talk to someone who runs a grocery store and runs the numbers on these things. Like, who's buying these shit? Like, who's
Runs the
like, yeah, hey
numbers.
dad, give me Sugar Smacks. Like, no, there's a lot of options out there. That one's gonna be.
I would like to pull up that bar graph on most popular cereals year by year.
And by color of their skin and
And by content of their character.
also the
It's
character.
Juneteenth after
color of
we're
their
recording this
skin,
on Juneteenth.
It is. It is.
location in the country.
Watch
Like,
yourself, counselor.
is this a white people in Alaska thing that's holding the fucking Pukwudgie cereal up to here, or
I
is
don't know,
it
man.
or is it the someone
I just know
else
the
in
Mountain Dew market
Massachusetts?
share isn't happening in Manhattan. That's not where it's happening.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
Different places can prop up different cereals. Cocoa Pebbles
Yeah, but-
aren't huge in Vermont, but they are huge.
they're not huge in Vermont. Why? That's something I don't understand.
I mean, I'm making sweeping generalizations about cereal choices, but I bet that mini wheats, unfrosted, are larger in Vermont than they are in West Virginia. And I bet that Cocoa Puffs are bigger in West Virginia than they are in Oregon. If I had to guess, generalizing.
And
But
I
we
bet
need to look
Lucky
into
Charms
this.
are way more popular
I
in
think a lot of
Chicago than
cereal-
Baghdad.
This might be a whole episode on cereal popularity over time and what we think about. I mean,
Right, but I think a lot of it is actually just not popular anymore because of Monsanto, because all of the grains are sprayed with Roundup.
But
So the
isn't
they
Monsanto
might
more
be-
profitable than ever? Every single year?
Yeah, probably.
Hold on,
we don't
hold
like
on.
them, but they're still as
Vermont's
powerful
probably-
as ever.
Vermont's probably
Hold
just
on.
strip cashy.
I know what's going on here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking
We're
about. What are
being-
you talking about?
But also, you
Why not Vermont? Well, because they're all eating Kashi Go Lean cereal. That's why.
only Burlington. No, the other,
Answered your
the
own
other parts
question.
of Vermont are all hick ass motherfucking white people in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Who are Waffle House?
Burlington is the
like,
largest population center, but not only
I-
Burlington votes.
Hold on. I know the answer to this. Believe it or not.
Okay.
Believe you me.
Go ahead, Pukwudgie. What do you think?
That's the exact thing. The Pukwudgies are keeping us off the topic because they don't want us to tell their secrets.
This is why we can't talk about them. They keep throwing us off the scent.
That's a good point.
God damn it. Well, I thought we'd get into some first-hand accounts of Pukwudgies because out of any good
Other than that one.
Of any good cryptid episode we do, we got to hear from the people. We got to hear what they think when they saw a Pukwudgie, when they saw Nessie, when they saw Bigfoot next to Naven Rink and Marlboro, whatever their story is. We need to hear it loud and proud. So I had to find some of these. They were harder to find than usual because Pukwudgies are not as famous. Probably by design, like Dom said, they don't want to be seen. That's the greatest trick the devil ever played is making the world believe it doesn't exist. Same goes for Pukwudgies. It's apparently. So I had a couple of first-hand stories about them here. But again, very tenuous grasp on the Pukwudgies actually existing or not. So let's get started with one of those.
And share one. I got one too after that, so I'm happy to go after you. Dom, do you got any?
I do not.
It's all right. Just Google it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we found it. So anyways, I'll start mine here. It takes place in Lawrence, Massachusetts, a place that Dylan is very familiar with because he spent a good amount of time there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. This one...
And the community knows me well.
You're
From marrying...
You could run for town council. The community is very aware of your presence
my wife
there.
should find new boyfriends because of how embarrassing I have made myself in the fishing community. Go on. Yeah.
So here's a story, and again, it's hard to find these kind of tales. So this is a blog written by someone.
Merrimack River, yes or no? Go on. Sorry. Go on. Yep.
This is a tale written by someone who interviewed someone from Lawrence, Massachusetts, and it goes as follows. Last week, someone I'll call Miss S. So this person wanted to be anonymous with their Pukwudgie story.
Sounds pretty hot so far.
Okay. She said I could share them, so they're here. Okay. And she has 2 incidents of Pukwudgies. This is a common occurrence in her life, apparently. The only problem is that the first story happened 30 years ago. So we're already at a loss here for Pukwudgie knowledge. When the most recent evidence you have of it is an anecdote from 30 years ago, it's kind of tough, but traumatic events stay with you. So maybe they have a pretty good memory of this moment. I don't want to write it off just yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the first incident happened to Miss S's brother Bob. So again, shit, didn't even happen to her. So we're already straying far away from what actually happened here.
It's perfect. Character references are always good.
Yeah, I believe
secondhand information 30 years ago. At the time, he was 7 or 8 years old. Oof. Another strike. A child told his sister 30 years ago about a Pukwudgie. God damn it, this is rough to read. All right, well, we'll see. Maybe there's enough evidence here that we might be able to convince here.
You know, she's cooler than being a fucking asshole all the time.
Sure it is.
Shit, so this is fine. Go on, yeah.
Okay, so he was watching TV with some cousins at his grandparents' house in Lawrence, Massachusetts. They're sitting on the couch, which faced the TV, but had its back towards the doorway into another room. Now, usually I would say, how would you know all those details of the story from 30 years ago? But I also believe their grandparents' house in Lawrence probably didn't move their TV for 30 years, so it's probably in the same spot, so it's easy to remember where it is. Because it's the third TV on top of the other 2 that they bought previously. So it's easy to remember where it was at the time, because that TV is still there at the bottom of the TV totem pole.
And they didn't want it to be too close to any sort of window where you can see a TV, because it would be stolen. So it's probably
right. So you gotta
be where it's supposed to be. So
particular location.
Yeah, hidden TV.
You have to watch the TV with your lights on so they don't see just the flare of the TV.
yeah. Bingo. Nailed it. So, yeah, for sure.
They figured it out. As they sat there watching TV, Bob, who is the brother of the person in question here, felt someone pull on the back of his hair. He thought it was his cousin, Sandra, and he told her to stop. Sandra did.
Such a Lawrence white chick name.
Yeah, Dom, what do you think about that?
Am I right?
I agree. I agree.
Go on, yeah.
Sandra denied pulling his hair. A few seconds later, he felt it again. So far, who's to say?
Dude, it's definitely Sandra.
Again, he yelled at his cousin, who still said she did not do it. A few more seconds passed, and Bob once again felt someone tug on his hair. He turned around angrily, expecting to see one of his cousins hiding behind the couch, but his anger turned to surprise when he saw who was there. Instead of a
mother.
cousin. Also, I'm realizing now this story is hilarious. It's in their house in Lawrence. It's not even in the woods with the Pukwudgie live. It's literally in their living room.
Say anything yet? Because I was like, I just need to see where this goes. Like,
I didn't
guys,
read this
if you guys
beforehand.
aren't
I'm reading
from
this live.
Area in Massachusetts, Lawrence is by far the most industrial fucking city.
There's
off of a
very
highway
few pieces of
full
grass.
only mills and rare fish, and there's no. Full of shopping carts where they live, by the way. The fish
So this is a
live in
Pukwudgie
shopping
dead
cart
zone,
farms.
I would think,
This
but
is-
apparently not.
Not a lot of green there, and if there is
No.
green, you don't want to go there because
And it's not the
You're gonna
green's
get
not
shot.
money either.
yeah, no, definitely not that unless it's drug money and heroin. But
Wow.
That doesn't count.
it's not a place where it's like, oh, this is Massachusetts. It's like, no, this is like the worst of it.
This is a part of Massachusetts
Besides
the
Wakefield.
government doesn't want you to hear about when it's nationwide
New
coverage.
Bedford, Springfield, and Lawrence.
They think
are,
it's all
are-
Cambridge and fucking Westford, but it ain't. It fucking
It
ain't.
Yeah.
So anyways, when Bob turned
Bob the
instead of
7-year-old.
his cousin, yep. Instead of his
Got it,
cousin,
yep.
this is straight from Bob's mouth though, Dylan, 30 years ago. So we need to take this at what it is.
Oh, so now he's 37. He's not that fucking old. Cool.
Yep. Yeah. And instead of his cousin, he saw a little old lady with long white hair. And when I write little, I mean quite small. She was only 2 or 3 feet tall. Is this Dr. Seuss now? I don't understand where this article's going.
They're having a
When
good
she
time,
saw
let 'em
Bob-
be.
I'm enjoying it.
I love it. When she saw Bob looking at her, she quickly started to run towards the front door of the house. What was she expecting? She kept pulling his hair. She didn't want him to look at her. And when she reached the front door of the house, she disappeared into thin air. Whoa.
So he's saying that he got so angry he was able to turn faster than a mystical being could run away.
Well, if you're asking that question, I'll just answer this with this. Bob understandably was surprised by this, but then when he blurted out what he had seen to his grandmother, she told him not to worry about it. Don't worry, she said. They're friendly. Weird. So it seems that she's familiar with this little creature.
Little dog and pony show you call the Pukwudgies.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like Pukwudgie to me.
I have.
But I'm
trying to
from
figure
what
out
we
what
know,
this is. I don't know.
You got to be in the woods. They collect souls and they're glowing orbs in the forest like Will-o'-the-Wisp, and they try to draw you into your death. Someone pulled his hair on the couch and it was a Pukwudgie, and the grandma was
Are
like,
we
"Yeah, don't worry."
sure?
Sounds
Are
like
we
a
sure
leprechaun.
Grandma wasn't in a gang?
More of a leprechaun for sure. Grandma might have been in a gang for sure too, and also Sandra definitely did it. Right? This is a Sandra situation. I did
Yeah.
not do it. It was a Pukwudgie.
No, it wasn't. Well, the Pukwudgie made me do it. Really?
It convinced me to do it by telling me I lived in Lawrence, Mass.
Yeah.
Look at yourself.
is-
You're
I
living
mean,
Lawrence.
it
You're
could've-
sitting here not even pulling your brother's hair. What the fuck? You're wasting time.
Yeah,
on.
Hey, Bob, you know, maybe it was a fucking rat, honestly. Dude, I mean, like,
Don't worry.
These
they're
are all
friendly.
better explanations than a Pukwudgie.
yeah. I love being, very open-minded, but you're in Lawrence, dude. I don't know where the fuck you think you are. The least of your fucking problems are Pukwudgies.
Pukwudgie.
Yeah, Pukwudgie should be far away from your worries and concerns.
Yeah, like you're in the middle of the woods hiking with your friends or by yourself or whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. But
Disappeared.
like, you're in Lawrence at your grandparents' house in fucking next to the Merrimack River, where like, no. So anyways,
unlikely,
I'm
but-
glad that they enjoyed that.
It's a first-hand account. Our second-hand account from his sister. Not really first-hand account from Bob.
Sister. Well, you know what happened? His sister probably sexually molested him, and then this is his
Oh,
brain.
Jesus.
Just like blocking it out. So anyway,
And then
She was
grandma
pulling
said,
on
"Don't
his
worry,
hair."
they're friendly."
She's pulling on his hair. He's like, "Stop!" She goes, "You liked it earlier."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have a true story to share, possibly regarding a Pukwudgie. The
All right, let's
incident
hear yours.
occurred 1989.
Just for a heads up for you, Dylan, Miss S has a second story, so we'll need to get to that, but I want to hear
Oh
yours
yeah,
first.
we want to keep people on the edge.
Of course, I just want to let you know, Miss S, we're not done with her yet. All right, please go ahead, Dylan.
Okay.
I
The
also found
incident
one.
occurred in 1989, Lawrence, Massachusetts. At which point I was not. Just kidding. No, I didn't say it. The incident occurred in 1989, just like Taylor Swift, also an incident from 1989. At which
That was a
point,
Pukwudgie that's got all of us
I
under
was
their spell.
9 years old or so. I used to live in a small Massachusetts town which had a yearly bonfire.
Next to Lowell,
Can't be that small, dude, because they're usually every day.
on the Merrimack River.
Next to Lowell. For some reason, this small podunk town seemed to amass a bizarre...
It's pronounced podunk.
Podunk, bizarre number of wood pallets, which they burn every year in a large field shared by 2 schools. The mound of pallets...
Is Pukwudgies just a white trash situation now? It's like a Native American curse. We curse you to forever be haunted by Pukwudgies because of your white trashiness.
We invented as them fucking this. We just invented white trash and put that fucking
Put that
patch
juju out there.
on your jacket. Okay, that's all it is.
The curse.
Dude, imagine what the white trash was like in like 1708. Because you know
There
it was
must
there.
have. Oh man, that's a skit right there, dude.
1708 white trash.
White trash in the fucking colonial
They
times.
still have
must have
British
had it.
accents.
What it was back then was like dudes wearing suits with the fucking knees blown out and oversized and dirty.
We know why his knees are
dirty
blown
as
out.
fuck with no shoes on. That was white trash.
He's hanging out
back
with
then.
Sandra for too long.
You ever seen Freaks, the movie from the 30s?
I've only
No.
seen clips of it, and I don't want to watch the full thing because it makes me upset.
Is it
Yeah,
good?
it shouldn't. No, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's
Is it
very
that
great
circus
story.
movie?
It's not-
But
it's
they
not-
have people with actual deformities playing like monsters in it.
But you got to see the movie though. It's the whole point of the movie is that it's fucked up and it's great. And,
All right.
and
Should
the
I watch
person
that or
the
Birth
person
of a
who
Nation?
it is so worth it.
The first one, Dom.
It's
Jesus.
not. It's because you think 1930s freaks. They're just gonna make a movie about freaks. No. You got it wrong.
Are there any
It's-
geeks
it's
in
a
there?
No,
movie
they
about
still do, but they paid them
people in
$5
the
an hour to write a story where they get their revenge in a movie, not in real life, where they're still being exploited for what they were born to look like.
Well, but they did. I looked
Well,
at
I
them
would-
afterwards to make sure they're all good. Anyway, so back to the story.
They're all good. No, they're not. They made $1 an hour. They can't do anything. They live under the thumb. It's like P.T. Barnum owns them like
They have
slaves.
a
Okay.
Wikipedia page on them. I don't. So
I'm not saying I hate your movie. I'm saying you're fooling yourself. You think those people were,
watch the
well
fucking
compensated.
movie. It's good. It reminds that's you see people.
I know
with
what
the fucking
happens in
suits.
it.
Anyways, then watch it. God damn it! All right, so the amount of I said fucking like the amount of pallets was easily 80 feet high. How the fuck do you stack shit that?
That's insane. That you can't do that. It had to be a pyramid.
That's insane. It was the size of a barn. Really, a fucking.
The least
80-foot
likely
barn?
thing we've heard all
80
night
foot
is that the
barn.
pallets were 80 feet high stacked.
Your barn is 20 or 30 feet high, not 80. What fucking barn in Massachusetts is this? Lawrence?
This
barn?
is questionable.
All right. So no matter where you were, you would see the glow of the fire. Now I attended both of those schools in sequence.
What?
What school are you talking about? My house.
This is why we
was
read them
about
first,
100
by the way. Even though I didn't read mine
yards from
first.
the school, separated by a small forest. There's even a path through this forest leading right to the school. Other than my neighbors, who also attended my school, I'd never seen anyone out there.
Stop talking about the school.
Keep in mind, well, we got the school that's 80 feet tall, and then we've
Yeah,
got
I
the
don't
fucking-
care. It's
a
not
patch
you.
of grass,
I'm blaming the
and then we
author
got
of
another
this piece,
school.
not you.
So there wasn't much wilderness there, even in the 80s and 90s. Back then, when there was a ton of it, apparently. I love those forests. So I had walked to school every day aside from during inclement weather.
Jesus Christ, get to the point.
I've walked that path. It's almost done. I walked
No,
that
not
path
you, Dylan. The
1,000
author,
times.
again,
I
not
have
your fault.
run down that path at full speed when late for school. I've ridden my bike down this trail. It's a smooth, flat trail.
All the pipe this guy's
So-
laying for the bullshit he's about to say. I can run.
So-
I'll tell you then.
Yeah, I biked that trail. I ran full speed down that trail.
I know the trail.
I've run down 1,000 times. I know this trail. So the bonfire was starting, and I remember begging my dad
80
to let
feet
me
tall,
run,
wooden pallet bonfire.
yeah, run
Big as
through
a
the
barn.
forest to try and
A
beat them
unicorn
in a
actually
vehicle.
sparked the flame with his
We
flint
just
horn.
missed something even funnier. Wait, so I remember begging my dad to let me run through the forest to try and beat them. Oh, not with the vehicle, in a vehicle. Sure, kiddo. Just be careful, etc. Okay, got it. So I bolt.
There's no
as
way
soon
his
as
dad knew
engine
the word
started.
etc.
It would have been and shit if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So I bolt as soon as the engine started, containing my mother and father.
Excuse me? Maybe the
I
vehicle
know I can't
contains...
beat these punks. Plus, he got to park. I'm going to win. Oh my god, it actually said this guy is a fucking redneck white trash. It says this. I know I can't beat these folks. Plus, he's got to park. I'm gonna win. I am running as fast as my girl.
And they're mad that scientists don't take them seriously. They can't string together a sentence about their stupid ideas. Why don't take me seriously? It's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. You don't know how to speak. It's not their problem.
The glow. I gotta finish the story up. I can see the glow of fire through the woods as I am nearing the clearing. I was eerie, but also strange.
Near in the
and
clearing,
beautiful to
good
me.
band name.
I happen to think fire as art can be beautiful, and the image in my head is one such example. Suddenly, I tripped hard and slammed to the ground.
Oh, they were
This is
tripping.
this is why I described the path being smooth. I felt like a root or something snagged my foot, and I was so surprised because I would have known
my
to avoid
God.
it by habit because I ran down this so many times.
I never make mistakes. I'm a perfect person in the
And it's
woods.
smooth. It's a smooth, dark path from school.
There's
into
only
the
one
woods.
reason why I could have ever tripped in that way. It's only one
it's-
reason.
However,
Yeah,
though,
and the
it's
reason
dark
is you.
outside. However, it's dark outside, and other than the fire and the silhouettes of the trees, I can barely see anything. But I knew this was the path.
Adding to the plausible
Okay.
deniability of the
I
story.
fucking knew this path. Then I see it just barely. I'm telling you, right now, I'm getting goosebumps just preparing to describe what I think I was looking at.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Even telling the story, you get
Breaking
goosebumps.
news.
This is a
Goosebumps.
good tale.
As I says, short range visibility is nil, and I had no flashlight. This is
That doesn't matter though,
1989.
because you know this path.
He knows
like
the
the back
path.
of
You
your
even
hand.
need one.
You don't
This
need a
is
flashlight.
1989. I'm 9 years old. No smartphone light. By 5 or 6 feet away, it looked like a bald old little man, hairy, but bald, was curled
Hairy
up next
everywhere
to a
else.
tree in a sort of stationary cannonball position. A
Okay.
cannonball like you yell when you're jumping into your swimming pool.
It says
I
that.
just remember being on the ground and feeling really uneasy all of a sudden. I stopped believing in ghosts and goblins when I was 5.
Oh, I started bleeding
big
again when I was
man.
9.
Oh.
This this feeling was just really
Yeah, that
off.
was the day his dad gave him his first cigarette.
Yeah. My my impulse
Son,
to
you ready to
run
stop believing in
eventually
ghosts and
kicked in.
goblins? Spark up.
I had no idea how long I laid there dumbfounded. Based on what I recall,
I'd say his whole life.
the thing.
Did we miss the
was
part where he
entirely-
tripped on a root and then blamed it on the Pukwudgie?
Based on what I
he
recall,
knows the path.
the thing was entirely stationary. I saw no movement, no glint of the eyes, no sound of the breathing. As I bolted out of the woods, I distinctly remember convincing myself it was just an old tree stump, or it was just a rock, you idiot. Well, I thought to check the next time I walked to school. No root in the path, no rock or stump near no tree. What the fuck?
That whole
If
entire
it-
forest has no rocks, stumps, or roots.
If it had been some snot-nosed kid hiding like a classmate, they would have jumped and screamed boo or something. If it was an adult taking a smoke break, surely they would have offered this child some water for her rather nasty faceplant.
Or a
Everyone knows
cigarette to get over it.
You're on a smoke break and a kid falls. You offer him water.
You offer him a smoke, of course. So it
If
can't be that.
If it had been a child predator, I'd be on a milk box somewhere. None of these things happened, so I eventually forgot the incident.
So therefore, Pukwudgie.
Fast forward about 3 or 4 years. Fast forward to about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, so this is like
I'm
a
now-
25, 30-year jump in the story.
I'm now a grown woman, and I'm watching Netflix one night.
It was
Wait,
a woman the
this
whole
is a
time.
woman?
It was a girl the whole time.
She might have been a
Not
boy,
think
and then
that.
No, she
turned
was.
in-
No. It
I
was
don't
a girl
know.
the whole
I
time.
don't know, dude. She could have started off a boy. I'm watching
Could have, but
something
with this
called-
background, I highly doubt it.
I'm something called the Bridgewater Triangle. For context, Bridgewater
There it
is a
is.
college town, perhaps 30 minutes from the location of this incident, and
We
it
were
was
just talking about
listed documentary and supernatural. So I thought, hey, cool, I know that place. Well, my world froze when I go to the section of the Pukwudgies. I remember being thoroughly floored. Did I see one of these things?
Thoroughly floored.
Was my immediate thought. Had you asked me 30 plus years ago, what
Again,
I
he's been
saw,
doing it
to
all
be
in a southern accent. It sounds like a Lowell accent this whole time. He's a
completely
fucking
honest,
Pukwudgie kid. I couldn't
I
fucking believe
wouldn't
it.
have even known they had a name. Now I'll never forget it.
Pukwudgie. Wow.
And
Well,
one guy,
who could ever poke
Teamster
holes in that
508,
story?
Accurate fucking Reddit name, Teamster 508 says.
Teamster 508.
Teamster 508. Very, I validated
It's their
this
actual
immediately.
union
Yeah.
number and everything, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
No,
Teamster 508, the area code.
The area code.
I live right on the edge of Freetown Forest. What you encountered is more than likely a Pukwudgie. I regularly travel
Oh,
the
thanks,
forest,
Governor. Thank you for your.
and I can honestly say that things are not what people think they are in the woods there. The Bridgewater Triangle, as it was dubbed in this area, are very active. Not far from where I work, the Native Americans still have powwows. I've seen things,
Excuse me?
so have my coworkers who
I
commute
seriously
here
doubt that.
and have no idea what's around them. One gentleman basically explained to me after
Now he used the
everyone
word
else had
gentleman.
left for fear of wing ridicule that he ridiculed.
You
that
might have
he
to do
saw
spell check for him, Dylan.
what
He's
we-
Teamster
what we know.
508.
here is a skinwalker or shapeshifter. People laugh at these ideas until they have an encounter, and that's the whole fucking.
People laugh at them, but you wouldn't be laughing if you heard the story of the Pukwudgie. You'd be crying in fear. Wow, what a tale!
They
Thank you
might-
for that one,
They
Dylan.
might trip you when you're running through the forest in a place.
This Bridgewater Triangle is nothing
Yeah.
to shake a stick
because you're just
at.
going to the town fire. That's the pallet fire. You know,
The 80-foot pallet fire where you're racing.
the 1989 80-foot power fire. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man. Well, I'm
crazy.
going to reserve my
Dylan,
judgment because we're
Dylan,
going to read more
I
of
gotta
these.
say, I'm
Go
really
ahead,
happy
Tom.
we let you run with that. That was fantastic.
I gotta do what's best for everyone.
That's right.
Like, I mean, 99 episodes in, that might be the best reading you've ever done in podcast history. I
Yeah.
applaud you, sir.
It had to be the heat, dude.
I am going a little crazy.
It's the heat. It's the heat.
It's
Dom,
not
do you want
the
to
heat,
read
it's
your
the
first-hand
humidity.
account?
Yeah,
It's not
mine
the
is
humidity though. It's the heat.
significantly shorter than that magnificent story we just heard. It's basically just two short stories that were in the same area.
All right. Well, you read
Okay.
that one, and then I'll read Miss S's second story.
Part two. Yeah.
All
Part
right.
two of Miss S.
So mine starts off in 2023.
Very recent story. Okay.
A
Wow,
woman
it's
named
like-
Mary reportedly emailed the the blog for New England Folklore to report a Pukwudgie sighting. She claimed that she was walking her dog.
Why
around
didn't she
4
call
and
the
5
police?
Because it was a white Pukwudgie. I don't know. And she was walking her dog between 4 and 5 in the morning when she saw a humanoid creature with black matted fur and glowing eyes. When she told her coworker about
Classic
it,
tale. Anyone listening to the
They
podcast
informed
knows that
her-
all cryptids have black matted hair and glowing eyes.
glowing eyes.
Bigfoot.
Her coworker informed her it was most likely a Pukwudgie. Then, but don't forget here, this is where it gets interesting because there's always a little.
But
bit
it
of
already
spice
starts out. She goes, "That's weird," and then her coworker goes, "I'll tell you what it is." Then she goes, "That is what it is. Let me call the fucking
in it.
farrier police."
30 years earlier, in the same area, a man named Bill Russo reportedly saw a similar being walking his dog in 1990, and the creature tried to lure him into the dark woods, but he managed to escape.
You sure that wasn't his boyfriend? Billy, not tonight. Not tonight.
Walking my little white dogs through the.
My
woods.
wife is on to us, dude. You must be a Pukwudgie if you want me to hang out with you again. I'll call the
we're
fairy police
corporate
on you.
gay, not out gay. Okay.
Yeah, we're 1970s
Sorry,
gay.
I mean
Where
senator gay, not real gay. Okay.
yeah,
Means
we're
it's
old
not
school gay. Where
unless-
being gay is
but I
like
wear
doing
my-
heroin, where I have to hide it from my
Yeah.
family and I'm ashamed of
My
myself when I go
family
home.
thinks that I just wear women's underwear and heels when I get home from
Very
the courthouse,
shameful,
Okay.
deep down hiding who I am kind of gay.
Shame.
The way it
so
should
much
be.
shame.
The way that
God
people want it
intended.
now.
You go to
You
church
can be
every
gay,
Sunday.
just hate yourself and never tell anybody about it and hide it. That's how we want you to be gay.
But you can just wear your wife's underwear, and you'll get. That's a point. Okay,
Just don't tell your wife you're wearing your underwear. Just wear it all the time and hate yourself. That's how it should be, according to half the population of the United States. Cool.
That's how it's done.
You think those guys like if you wear? I've never worn women's underwear. It would just split my ball sack in two. Like
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean, it
assume.
seems like it'd be
Like I
so
was-
uncomfortable.
No, it'd be like I was putting fucking Jello on a hot grill.
Ooh, there must be a video
You
of
know,
that.
like it would just like go
Yeah, I've seen
Joe,
Joe
put that
on,
in
like,
now.
Griddle. It's pretty
like
good.
an egg or something. You know, like crack an egg on my grill.
Can you imagine
even
the
the fact
cleaning
that,
of
like-
grilling Jello? That fucking emulsion crystallizing on each of the grates. That must be a nightmare.
That's got to be what wearing women's underwear is like, unless you push them all to one side, your balls and your penis.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would imagine.
Not to mention, depending on the underwear, you're just giving yourself an intentional wedgie.
yeah,
That'd be
you're a
insane.
Pukwudgie.
That'd be absolutely insane.
You're,
Is that what? No, new term. That's what a Pukwudgie is called when you wear women's underwear.
When a little guy convinces you to put on women's underwear and split your balls in
are
half.
called a
balls and dick.
Pukwudgie.
You gotta pick which side your dick
Give me
goes
a
on, left or
Pukwudgie.
right, and then you gotta do all ball, one ball, and then but you can only you can't have. You either have all three, or you can
Yeah,
split
you
it
gotta
two.
pick
but
a
your
side.
wiener has to go one of the sides.
Yeah.
You put like the
Huge
division
wedgie.
symbol where the dick's in the middle and the balls are on top and bottom.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So you got to figure it out. And
wow,
then you
guys,
Yeah.
this is
also-
a new record. We didn't
the
talk
ass.
about our dicks in the first 10 minutes, but we
Nice.
managed to fit it in anyway.
Made it an hour in. My friend
Yeah,
was
but if
totally
it's up
straight
to-
until a Pukwudgie came upon him and he put on his wife's underwear.
Reggie came in. He put on his wife's underwear, and then all of a sudden,
She pulled his hair and then she disappeared as soon as the wife got home. What a coincidence.
phase one was Senator Gay.
Honey,
Then he
honey,
gets
I'm not
air-pulled
gay.
while watching Netflix on the Bridgewater Triangle
Honey, you know I'm the
from
straightest guy in
behind
the
the
world.
couch.
I hate your underwear, but for some reason I put on 3 pairs in 5 minutes. The Pukwudgie came in.
Also, did you,
No,
did you
he
hear that theory?
dared me
Did you hear
to.
that theory that rich people have their couches like in the middle of the floor and they're not up against the wall?
Yeah.
So this means that their couch is up against the wall. So it's,
What does it mean if you're couched up against
not
your
rich.
bed?
I don't know, Joe, but we know some. We know something.
I don't know. I know what that means. Can't mean anything good.
Yeah, but you're not in the Bridgewater Triangle, so it can't be white trash.
No,
Yeah,
so it
but
can't be
also-
Pukwudgie territory. Must be something else.
No, because you have like a city situation sort of in the outskirts.
Yeah.
Those people live too far away. They got
Yep.
they got plenty of room
Yes.
to have
yeah.
a couch against the wall, but then enough room
yeah.
to have a couch in the middle of the room.
Of course.
See what I'm
of course.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you live in your
It's a
$2
square
million
footage situation.
300-foot New York City condo,
Mm-hmm.
you get to put your couch next to your bed. So it could be either or you're really poor or you're really rich.
Well, I guess it's for the fans to decide.
Yeah, guys, let us know what you think. What you think Joe is? Is he in a New York City condo right now, or is he
In a cabin in the woods.
Yes. And is he wearing women's underwear?
Hey,
Is
all
he
to be
wearing
revealed.
women's underwear?
we will tell you on
Getting a
episode
Pukwudgie.
100 what the answer is.
Getting a
Vote now.
Pukwudgie. What is going on? Yep.
Text us
So-
at whatever the number on Wallace's missing poster is. That number's still active, even though
That number's still active.
Call
We're
that
still
for
taking
suggestions.
tips, even though he's
Tips for
returned to
Wallace.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
he's hanging on the wall right over there. I
You
can
know
see
he's
him.
going to leave again, though, so we're going to keep that line active just in case
Oh yeah,
he
yeah.
does scurry
The
away.
Four Roses is out there. He's
He's his own worst enemy, honestly, but we love him, so it's fine.
I've heard
He's
that
gonna
he's been
find
thinking
it.
about trying out the cowboy life. I don't know if it's going to fit him, but he's pretty adamant he's going to give it a
Oh
shot.
boy! Well, he gets his ideas in his head, and we don't know where
He's a
going to go.
metropolitan man, but a lot of times those guys are like metropolitan asshole like him, and
Mm-hmm.
then they all of a sudden buy a farm in like Tennessee, then turn into cosplay
Like the
cowboy.
Schneeburgers.
Like the
The
Schneeburgers. The Schneeburgers.
One day you're rich, then you
exactly-
move to fucking Massachusetts,
God.
you buy a farm,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yep.
Full of
Shout out to
raccoons.
episode 98, right?
And
98.
you do a whole lot of blissful
7, I think.
breastfeeding.
I don't even know.
97,
yeah.
maybe 96. The Schneebergers did
No, that
this.
was 98.
This is exactly what they did.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is 99, baby.
No, I think I said that, but I think the actual truth is that that's not the case. I believe this is
What?
episode 98, actually, and we said the whole last time that it was 98, but then it wasn't, because NFL is 97, so this is 98. We were
Does
wrong.
anyone know?
But importantly, I'm cutting this whole part out because who cares? And
I don't
also,
think we even can figure this out.
I think we should take our last commercial break because it's been a half an hour. I'm sweating my balls off right now, and we should probably do the rest of our first-hand stories and then go to the final thoughts. So I think here's a good time
I agree. Yeah, no,
to bring us
definitely
out.
good point.
Everybody at home,
To play
Watch
us
your
out, what does that
ankles.
even mean?
and watch your woods line. And even if you live in
Watch your
Lawrence,
ponytails.
Massachusetts, you're not. Yeah, exactly. You're not safe.
safe.
So
Yeah, your
you be
ponytail.
careful out there. Let's see you on the other side of this break. Yo, Pukwudgie.
So then it hit me because I caught a second one and I read this whole giant big article about how shad is one of the best fish ever to eat. Good eating. And then I realized that it was George Washington's favorite fish. Take a wild guess of why it was his favorite fish. Because he had slave teeth. He liked slaves. Well, he did like slaves. But he also replaced his entire mouth with slaves when he was like my age. I'm 32. He did that. And then he liked shad. Shad has a really crazy flavor. He has slave teeth. He can't fucking taste goddamn shit. So that's why he likes shad. I ate it twice. And then no bueno. No bene. Not fucking good. So, shad is good if you have wood teeth in the child books, but slave teeth in the other books. That's it. Brought to you by the Dylan Joe Basin Podcast. Shad sucks.
Oh, Pukwudgie, will you see me through the night?
Anyways, guys, hey, welcome back to the Dylan Joe Basin Podcast episode. We're thinking 99.
It's
we're
98
talking
for sure.
about-
We figured it out. It's 98.
It's 98.
Dylan just got done telling me that I should download an AI program to add to the podcast for me because he hates artists.
I hate artists.
Yeah. If the
I
AI
hate-
does it
dude,
for
I
me,
hate-
then what am I going to do to make my life have any meaning whatsoever? You've
I
thought
hate
about that?
Can an AI make fucking DJ BP the robot?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Probably not. Can an AI
They can make a video of him.
drive their car on the side of a bridge and pick up an exhaust and then turn
Oh,
it
so all
into
the
a-
things you do, it can, but the things I do, who cares, right? Just replace it, right?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
things you do, like catch a fish and skin it and make it into tuna fish.
Tuna.
Mackerel
sandwich.
Ma-
That's fine. No AI for that. But when Joe spends 3 hours watching himself talk and editing it, that needs to be, AI, okay?
Oh yeah, is
that what you're saying?
So yeah, a computer can't skin a fish right now. Well, sort of,
No, I hear you.
So you can. This can be done, yeah. So you can leave some funny things in.
Funny things will be left in. We're doing the Dylan Jason podcast, the Dylan and Jason podcast,
Who's
and
Jason?
the Jason, and the undisclosed Lord Jason. We're doing
Jason. What a
Pukwudgies.
fucking name, dude. Does anyone actually have a real close friend named Jason?
Not anymore. Never did either.
You just said you don't have time because you're trying to go to bed, but if you want to talk about it, you can talk about things.
Was that
Me?
your friend who passed away at Crystal Lake, Dom?
I don't like talking about it.
Didn't he
'cause
drown
just
because the
shows up.
camp counselors weren't watching him, and it's totally their
Did
fault?
he
and not
die
his
in
mother?
a in a compound in Pakistan?
Was he wearing an I Love
No,
New York t-shirt?
With the I Love New York t-shirt, a bunch of hentai, and then
What was on his hard
American
drive?
porn and cowboy movies.
I don't know what is on the hard
wasn't
drive.
your friend
That's
Yeah,
great,
Jason
Dylan.
had
It's the
floppy
less funny version of the joke we did for half an hour before we started the recording.
I'm
People ought to
working
love
on it,
that.
Okay, I'm doing the best I can.
discs. Fantastic.
You can't unring that bell. We're back in
Just
Pukwudgies.
using what I have, and I'm making the best of it.
I know. I love that
I
about
wouldn't say the
You know what,
best,
use
but
your
you're
fucking
making a.
not AI and edit it out. All right.
it. Yeah. Here we go. So anyway, so I was going to give the end of the story by Miss S in her last Pukwudgie story.
Miss Ass. I love
Miss Ass. Miss Ass from Lawrence, Mass. Full of class and a lot of sass.
Part 2. You guys. Well, here's the thing. Welcome back. You guys have been waiting for part 2 because nothing else mattered in between.
You've been
here and there.
clamoring
Joe,
for it.
go.
We hear you. We hear you barking, big dog. Ready for you. So here it goes.
Yeah,
You might be. I mean, I would forgive you to believe that after the first story she told about her brother from 30 years ago, who's 70 years old, about the lady pulling his hair, you might think, oh, this is a little suspicious. But here's the thing: double the evidence, double the belief. So we're gonna tell the second story, and let's see if we can be convinced by this one. Because I mean, yeah, sure, one story for a brother, fine, but the second story, now it gets interesting. The second incident occurred one day when Bob's mother. Okay, so it's still about her brother. Got it. It's Mrs. S's mother, too. Took him and his cousins, including Sandra. Why did they say Sandra?
It's always fucking Sandra.
I think Sandra might have been a Pukwudgie this whole time. Including Sandra to the movies. After the movie was over, they returned to their grandparents' house. The door was locked.
What year was it?
It was... they don't say. Probably the same year. Bob is probably the same age.
So this is still 1999?
It's still the summer of... no, this is 30... Yeah, I guess probably in the 90s, yeah.
Wait, what fucking year? I want to figure out what movie this is in.
I don't know, dude. They don't say. They said 30. They said 30 years ago. This was written in 2019, so you do the math.
So 30 years ago.
So it would be 99?
1980 fucking 9. It's the same fucking people, dude.
No, it wouldn't be. 30 years ago for 2019? It's not 99.
That's 89.
89, dude. That's what I said.
Oh, 89. I see what you're saying. Oh, Taylor Swift. We're back here again.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
dude, holy shit. Wow, Pukwudgies were like a real thing there. So they went to go see either Dead Poet Society or Major League or... this is important. I need to know this, or else the story won't make any sense.
No, I
don't know
agree.
that movie.
That's why I haven't interrupted you and talked shit at all, because I agree with you.
The Abyss, Lords of the Deep, Leviathan, Roger and Me, Major League.
Wait, they Abyss, Lords of the Deep, and Leviathan are all the same movie? They're all about the same thing, going in the center of the earth and fighting monsters from beyond the stars.
Maybe Dead Poet Society, Twister.
Twister. They definitely saw Twister.
Yeah.
That was the top
Twister.
movie of the year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're seeing Twister.
I don't think they brought kids to see Dead Poet Society. They probably saw Twister.
No. Definitely Twister. So they're going to see Twister.
They're going to
But
see
Major
Twister.
League is very solid.
Yeah,
That
but they
doesn't
probably
make
weren't.
No.
seeing
Whoa.
that.
No. Twister. The Twister we all know with the hot woman with the blonde hair.
It's not that. Helen Hunt.
No, because dude, the Dodge Ram.
That was in the
movie,
90s.
Definitely not in 89.
Oh yeah, that's like a 95, 96.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a 95 Ram, so they couldn't have been seeing Twister. Monty Python and...
Wait, are you just guessing, or you're looking up the top billing of that year?
I'm fucking looking, dude.
There's another Twister that happened, but it wasn't Twister?
Apparently in 89, yeah. So
Wow.
they must have 100%, no question, in my mind,
Yeah.
been seeing either Roger and Me, fucking lame, or Major League. There's no way.
Well, they brought children, so whatever one
wasn't The
children can
Abyss.
go.
Twister 1989 is a comedy drama starring Crispin Glover.
So probably not that.
Maybe Glory?
Glory.
Weekend at Bernie's.
That's what
Oh,
they went to see. Weekend at
yeah,
Bernie's.
yeah.
That had to have been that.
Sandra loves that shit.
Oh, maybe
Sandra
Skinheads?
Probably not that.
Nope. Journey to the Center of the Earth, definitely, it's PG. That's 89.
Could have seen it, but that's definitely not the original, right?
Yeah, no, it could be those. One more option would be...
Didn't Batman come out in '89?
not seeing that.
Or that was
I think
90.
That's definitely not the case. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Okay, anyways.
Probably not that
Could be
one.
any of these. We don't
Anyways,
know.
thanks for hanging with us, folks.
Go
And
on.
I'll finish the story here between Miss S and her brother
Batman
Bob.
was 1989.
I knew it. I'm a fucking genius.
Why
And
was
Dylan's
it
That's
on
the
the fucking list
Keaton
that I
and
just saw?
Nicholson.
I'm a genius and Dylan's dumb, and that's going to be forever.
That's the gospel
Wow,
truth.
sums up everything.
Hell yeah. Even though Dylan just did a lot
Like
of
it
heavy
was
lifting
Sex,
for me.
Lies, and Videotape, and Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. And fucking New York.
That was they should
York.
make this
I
year
love
Doc
New York.
32. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Obama. Oh, Jesus Christ. Osama's side of the story.
What's the difference?
It's the same movie, but from their side. It's All Quiet on the Western Front, but it's the other side of it.
Yeah, I can't do the accent. I was gone. I tried something that didn't work out.
Yeah, we've determined that you can't do accents.
All right,
No, I
so
did pretty well on what you said was the best of 98 episodes I've ever done. So,
Yeah, you're reading.
he's got a point. He has
you know,
Yeah, I can't deny the
people
gospel truth.
remember.
The 21st
They
night of
don't
September.
forget.
So the story says he took him and his cousins, including Sandra, which makes me think Sandra's going to be involved again, out to the movies. After the movie was over, they returned to their grandparents' house, where the scene of the crime happened beforehand. The door was locked, like they remembered that. No one was supposed to be home, so they were surprised to see through the window that a lamp was on in the living room. There's no way they would have left it on. Sandra peered through the window to see if she could see her grandparents. She jumped back from the window and screamed, "I'm getting the fuck out of here."
Wow, there's
Dude, Sandra
unquote.
is such a troublemaker.
Salty
The
shit.
white
language.
trash.
I want to meet this girl. Bob's mother stepped up to the window and looked inside. She saw a very short old man with long white hair. Now it's a man. Couldn't have been a woman the first time or a man. Running out of the living room. She gathered the kids together and they quickly left. This is making me think that maybe they just had a roommate that they weren't really telling their grandkids about, and they like to pull little kids
like
in.
the movie The Boy, where it's just a dude who just pisses in the fucking areas in your house that are full of insulation.
Or dude, our scary movie when the girl
The
comes
walls?
downstairs and pisses on the floor, and then she goes, "Go to your room."
Yeah, exactly. I'm ashamed of you for pissing on the floor.
You're ruining the
Yeah.
party, pissing yourself in the living room.
So an old man and old woman are in there, and
It seems to me that Sandra is the
Lawrence.
key element of the story, and they somehow didn't tell the grand. Why would they never know? I mean, this is the most bullshit story I've ever heard in my life. The parents show up to the grandparents' house with the kids after the movie. They see a lamp on, and the little girl screams, "Me get the fuck out of here!" So the mom goes, "We're leaving." They don't go, "Hey, mom, dad, what's going on?" Like, it's insane. They would definitely knock. It's all bullshit.
Well,
I think
it's
Mrs. S is a
Lawrence,
lying
so
dumb
the
bitch,
parents
and
aren't
nothing has happened in
that
her life,
Fucking stable,
and this is all she's got going on.
but
Yeah, this is a fucking lie, bullshit lie.
no, it's fucked up. But my thing is, I just want to definitely profile Sandra hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if you guys' moms are named Sandra, but
It's his aunt, not my
it's
mom.
I know three.
not- you have three aunts named Sandra.
No,
it's
I-
not a good. It's not a good fucking name, dude.
Hold
for
on, Joe.
stability.
Did you say this was written by Mrs. S?
No, it was written by a journalist who interviewed Miss S.
So she interviewed
Again,
Sandra.
she won't even say her name. Oh, it was Sandra! Oh, Sandra! I didn't even put that together. Sandra's the person all along.
Sandra's
the
just
joke
making
keeps
the
hitting.
whole thing up.
The joke
She's
keeps
telling
hitting.
the story as if
She's the
she
ultimate
isn't
prankster.
Sandra.
Yeah, it's bad. I think it's a Sandra thing. Like the Native
I think
Americans
so,
and
too.
like Sandras, the Pukwudgies are just Sandra. Sandra
It's
is
just Sandra.
Every
the
Sandra
name
is
of
a
all the
Pukwudgie.
Pukwudgies.
every Pukwudgie is just if there's
She
Sandras,
couldn't remember the sex of the goblin when she changed it from an old woman to an old man, and she couldn't remember to say that it was And
Yep.
she would know if it was a rock because she's been in her grandparents' house so many times. Even with lights off, she would know if it was a rock.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe she's between a rock and a hard place. Am I right?
All right, Dom. Well, it's been fun having you on the show. It's been real, but you're done on the show, though. See you later.
Yeah.
See you next time, Dom.
Sit down.
So that's all I got for the Pukwudgie stories.
Yeah, me too. No, it was good. Watch out, guys. If you go in the woods, just be careful. And
If
anyone
any
try to
little
trick you,
person in the woods tells you to do anything,
jump off a cliff,
ask
don't.
them if they need help, but don't listen to what they say to you.
Yeah. try
Even
to
if you
avoid
live
that
in
at all costs.
the Bridgewater Triangle, especially if you live there, actually.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
watch
Don't
out.
talk. Don't one. If you're in Bridgewater, don't go in the woods.
No.
Are
Not
there
because
woods?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Bridgewater's got some woods, dude.
Freetown Woods. This is where all the shit's happening. Freetown Woods. Most of the stories.
Yeah, don't,
and also,
don't,
I don't
there's,
even know
like,
about this, but
swamps
the,
there
but the
doing some shit. There was a movie film there, a bunch of shit. But it was like, don't
a
if you're
movie
in
film for
Bridgewater, just
theaters.
Don't,
Borat. Nice job.
don't go in the woods.
But Dylan, you ever
second
heard
thing-
the Bridgetown Triangle thing? It literally is fucking Skinwalker Ranch. It's like there's UFOs,
done.
Bigfoot's
Dude, we
there,
talked about
ghosts
this
are
on the
there.
podcast one time.
The Bermuda Triangle, not the Bridgewater Triangle.
No,
I
we
don't
definitely
remember
talked
that.
Bridgewater. I swear to God.
I forgot about it. Anyways, so it's one of
probably.
those
I know all
classic
about
paranormal things where in one area someone says something and then everyone sees not just Pukwudgies or such, ghosts. They see every paranormal thing in existence. Loch Ness Monster was there. The Skinwalker was there. UFOs were there.
Alright, we should make a trip there.
It's bullshit. As soon as they find a little area, they go, "Oh, I saw everything there." Every time you hear someone sneeze, there's a fucking demon that was trying to haunt you.
Man, we should probably fix
These
out for
people
ourselves,
are
man.
dumb
I mean,
and they
Joe, you
are
don't
very
know shit.
susceptible.
Yeah, I think you don't know shit.
They
Yeah,
heard it's
Joe,
haunted. They go in there, wanting to be haunted, and guess what? Sandra
I'm gonna
is
give
there
you
waiting
maybe
for
a
you,
nice mountain bike.
haunting
you go
the
ride
hell out
yourself
of you.
in a couple miles, and you go take a nap. All right, let me know what you see. Pukwudgies, Lizzie Borden's ghost.
I love how
and,
you think the reason why I don't see the shit is because I don't go to the places that I'm too scared to go. I'll fucking
you've
go,
never
but I
gone
won't.
to the places.
The same results won't happen to me
I know,
because I'm
dude,
not
you
not
have
looking
to,
for
You
them.
have to fucking prove this because, like,
Let's
one,
go.
I'm the older I get, the more skeptical I get, obviously, because like fucking.
Dude, I am so willing to do a trip where we stay over at a haunted house where people have been killed
Good.
and they're still haunted. I'll
When
say
are we
that.
doing this? When are we doing
can
it?
do it.
I'll go right fucking now and do this.
And I'm not saying
I'm
I
just
won't
gonna-
be creeped
Joe, what are you
out.
doing right now?
I
What are you
will
doing
be
right now?
creeped out, but I'm telling you, I will not see any ghosts. I won't see any spirits, and
I'll have to work
I'll
tomorrow. What are you doing right now? What are you doing
we're going to Celtics parade.
right now?
Yeah, you gotta get in
now.
line early.
I'm not going to the Celtics parade.
It's like
by the
when
way.
Halo 3
I have
was
to
released,
work.
dude, or Halo 2 at GameStop. We have to go now.
Oh man, I tried to get Halo 3 off. I was actually sick, and my mom's like, "You're going to school." I'm like, "Well, it's just a coincidence. It's Halo 3," and she's like,
I
"No."
remember this pretty hard.
She's like, "No, no,
We
no,
all
no."
Took it off, and your mom wasn't cool about it.
She wasn't cool about it.
No, she wasn't cool about that. But anyways, Joe, we gotta for the podcast put you in Lizzie Borden's bedroom where she killed.
I would
everyone.
love it. I'm going with you guys too, though.
Yeah, I'm
I want to
not
hear
gonna-
how
this
you
is
react
terrifying.
versus how I react to the exact
I'm
same
not gonna
phenomenon.
Have a good time, dude. I went to a place one time with someone one time that I'm not with anymore, and didn't do well.
I know
also
you
bad.
wouldn't.
Now-
I'm telling you that.
Now, I don't
Given the
give a
same
fuck about
circumstances,
anything.
you and I will have different experiences with the same things happening. If someone fires a rifle at us, we're both going to react the same way. But in a haunted mansion,
I'd rather
we're going to
that,
react
dude.
differently.
I can handle that way more.
You'd rather get shot at? With a
That's how
rifle?
than
insane
have
you
Lizzie
are.
Borden's ghost suck my dick. Yeah.
I don't, dude. You're
Actually,
crazy.
wait a minute.
I'd much rather
Joe,
have Lizzie
Joe.
Borden's go suck my
Wait,
dick.
I mean, Lizzie Borden.
Joe,
tried
we'll
to-
go out
that
the camera.
girl-
We'll film it. We'll put it out.
Lizzie Borden ain't sucking anyone's dick, by the way. That's not.
I'll let her give me 40 lashes.
She's gonna kill you. She doesn't like dudes.
She's
So-
dead.
No, but she's.
She
the
can't
one
do
who
shit to me
killed
now.
men,
She's dead
right?
like her stupid
I'm thinking
parents
of
who did not
Arlene,
raise a kid.
I'm thinking of Eileen Warnos. Sorry, Eileen Warnos just killed all.
That's
her,
not haunted. That's a serial killing prostitute.
No,
That's a whole
Lizzie
different
Borden
animal.
Is the axe murderer of New Bedford who killed everyone.
Fall
in the house.
River.
Fall River. Sorry, Fall River. Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she killed her parents.
You can go stay in her house. I don't know about that. Not cool with that.
I'm not staying there. It probably costs like 10 grand a night to stay there.
All right, dude. I got a place to go to in Portsmouth.
I want a
Virginia.
classic haunted house, like the fucking hey, this is the creepy part of Northborough. This house is haunted. Let's stay there. If
There
it's
is
so
a place
fucking
in
real.
Northborough
Yeah, let's go
where
there.
Boys were raped. You want to go there?
I'm not gonna like it, but I'm not gonna
That's
get
the
haunted
worst
by
energy.
it. I'm
I'd
telling you,
rather go
I
to
would
some-
love to do this with you, and let's go there and let's get haunted together, and we'll see what we both experience, what we both describe to happen.
All right, yeah, we'll see.
Because
Yeah,
I
Dom,
believe
you
that
don't fucking
a
put
big
us on
portion of it is in our
about me?
minds.
this. I said, Dominic, you're coming.
Yeah, I'm bringing the camera we're going to film it on.
Yep. All right. Well, like I said, my first step is Mekong live poultry.
Ye-
Now you're asking too much.
No, I'm going there by myself. That's gonna. Be
I
fine.
thought you meant we all have to go there. I'll go to the haunted house.
No,
with you. I'm
no.
not going.
No, I'm going there first. That's my first part of the docuseries.
No, oh yeah, nice. Well, yeah, nice.
Docuseries of documenting Mekong.
Well, we haven't had a lot of.
On the hottest day on record. I'm not going there like when it's nice. I'm going there on the.
It's been a long time since we had a special broadcast episode. I think it's about time to bring it back. So get us
It's about
some
time.
footage.
But I got to go there on the hottest possible day, not like it's like they have AC.
Well, tomorrow's
it's
supposed to
like
be
nice.
hotter than today,
No.
so it can be the day to do
I'm
it.
going there in the most extreme possible thing. You can't. I'm not doing this when it's nice out. No way.
Yeah, bring up tomorrow before or after work.
Like
Bring
when
up
you
a
get
translator
wooden
on your
fork salt
phone
on it. Be a
and
fucking-
order one chicken
Dude.
that's still breathing, please.
Yeah, and then maybe dude, honestly, for the podcast, if they're like, all right, here's a chicken here in Meeking Light Poultry, across from AMANDA.
I don't know why you're
Investors.
doing that.
place.
What do you got?
no.
Dog? We
I'm
can't.
talking to a dog.
The listeners can't
No one
spell.
knows. They don't know. They don't know. Plus, her place of occupation, and then I have to cut the head off of a live chicken in.
I'm not saying you have to do it,
basement.
but if you want to
I'll
get the
do it.
footage.
No, I'll do it.
This is
Kill a
hurting
lot of
Dom,
fish.
by the way. He has
desensitized
pet
to it.
chickens. You're hurting his feelings right now. You're not thinking about him.
I am too, but I'd eat it. It'd be fine. But I'm doing this for the sake of
For the show.
the better.
I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and
so
we'll-
if you guys want to plan out a haunted house sleepover, I'm down. I said
House sleepover,
I'm not saying I
chicken,
won't. I'm not saying I'm going to have a great
cocktail.
time and be comfortable, but the idea that I'm going to be haunted by ghosts, not worried about that one bit. Totally
Really?
fine.
Even if we
Yep.
played Ookie Gookie Cookie?
I
Well,
hope we
don't
wanna play
taunt me
that.
with a good time.
What else are we gonna do? Watch YouTube videos? We're gonna be sitting in a fucking attic somewhere. It's gonna be
Well,
fucking
you
lame.
can't have hauntings when Family Guy's on the TV, okay? I know this.
Well, then the priest should bring Family Guy to every
have to turn the-
exorcism.
Well, dude, there's no way. You know this.
So
If
you're
it's a
admitting that
shitty,
if you're distracted by
terrible-
fun, then hauntings don't happen. It's only when you're alone and you're
Yeah,
stuck with
you
your
have
thoughts.
To be alone playing, you have to be alone playing
Yeah.
fucking Scrabble, and then
Yeah,
with the
of
lights
course.
off. With a
So
candle.
if you
can't be
create
watching
an
a
environment
fucking
where you're already
Roger's
prone to be
American Dad
fearful,
funny.
then there's more examples of you wildly generating fears. Of course it is.
Yeah, no,
I'm more scared locked in a coffin in a basement than I am out in a beach. Doesn't mean it's more haunted or less haunted. It just means my fear
Right.
response is excited.
No, for sure, but Scrabble is even more advanced than Ookie Gookie Cookie. There's nothing needed besides.
So
three
says
dudes
you.
and a cookie, okay.
That's an opinion-based answer.
Nothing needed besides two dudes and a cookie, or even one. Okay. Well, you need more than one, but
You do solitaire version of Cookie. You have to do time trials. If I don't beat my last time, I have to eat it.
oh man, yeah. So that's how you bring the ghosts in. That's it.
The greatest enemy is yourself.
So final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Oh, Pukwudgie, will you see me through the night?
For sure. That's final
Great.
thoughts. Here we
It's
go.
fucking good. It was a good episode. I had a great time. That's final thoughts.
My final
I'll
thoughts
go
is the
first.
Pukwudgies. Go ahead, Dom.
I respect them. I hope they don't.
I
cross them.
can't
It's
believe.
Dom's turn.
Yeah, I'm
I
going.
said what I said.
You,
That
you
was
haven't
your
gone
final
yet.
thought.
No, Dylan, you know
All
the
right.
rules. Now final
Pukwudgies.
thoughts start right now.
I never heard about them before today. Well, I mean, yesterday technically, but I didn't look anything up until today. Not gonna lie. Never heard of them, but it makes sense that there's some little version in every area. It's just how everything goes, and yeah, it's just what a bunch of devious assholes. And Sandra, just don't be such a Pukwudgie. You'll be fine.
I think you're using the word properly there. Dylan, do you want to go?
And that is my final thought because I forgot the other thing I was going to say when I said
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah, final thoughts. Thanks, Dom, for sharing everything from the bottom of your heart. Sandra's a shit name. Pukwudgies. We don't know enough about them, I don't think. But if you...
Yeah.
if the Native Americans didn't like them, you should probably just respect them and go, all right, well, if this is the case, let's just try to avoid this at all costs. This sounds pretty shit dick, like wearing a I Love New York t-shirt in a compound in a basement in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Don't. Not good.
It's very similar to that.
Try to avoid it. Think of Pukwudgies like SEAL Team 6 shooting Osama bin Laden. Don't trigger that, because apparently, where Osama bin Laden, Pukwudgies are SEAL Team 6.
Yeah. Zero dark Pukwudgie.
Zero dark
You don't want to be
Pukwudgie.
involved in that.
And then also don't have a Pukwudgie when they're doing this. And for those of you who forget, that means that you're wearing women's underwear. And you have to
Well,
pick which side
they
of
don't
the balls.
forget it. We talked about it
Don't do
during
it.
the break. Did you see what you're bringing inside jokes into the poor people who weren't there for it?
We talked
And
about
then-
this during the whole
And then you're
podcast.
upset because the magic doesn't happen again. We don't laugh again at the same jokes
The
we already told
magic's
earlier that we
always
didn't
happening.
know.
This is where the
We're
magic
forcing them
happens,
into it
okay?
later. If they missed the joke, they missed the joke. We'll bring it up next time.
All right, Pukwudgie is when you wear women's underwear and you have to move your balls and your dick to one side, or split your balls in two, or split them in two, then you still have to pick which side your dick goes on.
Right.
And you also have a wedgie up your asshole.
It's a Sophie's choice of fuck wedgie.
And it came from being senator gay, where you're a senator and you have a family of like 8 kids because you're Christian and Catholic, but you're trying to hide being gay.
Well, it's probably evangelical Christians.
That's all they know, though, is that you like to wear women's underwear.
Yeah, which isn't gay inherently.
Not technically, no. So they think that, and like, oh, he just has the thing that he does. This is something
this thing he does.
Okay,
Yo, do that thing you do.
Cool.
I'm in my study. It's just a like a closet full of drawers.
Look at myself in the
I
mirror,
need to
like,
work right now. I'm at work.
Yeah, I'm working. That's what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know.
Ron, your Victoria's Secret
like,
bill is up to $3,000 a month. I
I
think you need to cut back.
Board, but I don't know what all of a sudden what
What
shorts out in the brain where all of a sudden you go that this is just what does it.
I don't think it's shorts out. I think
Hope I don't find out.
it's an indelible mark put on you at a young age, and you can't actually choose what you're into. Just ask anybody who's named Osama bin Laden while he's watching John Wayne films.
Yeah, John Wayne films and hentai. Yeah, exactly.
He didn't decide that. If it was up to him, he wouldn't like that because it's anti Afghani, but he still likes it anyway. So a man
no, it just happens. Yeah,
doesn't get to
hentai
decide.
and cowboy movies. It's fucking just something you do.
If it was up to him, he wouldn't be into that stuff. But we don't get to pick what we're into.
Yeah, because he's
just ask the Supreme Court.
Of, Islam, he's an Islamic dude.
Islamad.
So, anyways, that was Dylan's final thoughts on Pukwudgies. My final thoughts on Pukwudgies are very similar. Where I think Dom is right about there's a legend all around the world, no matter what country you're part of. There's little people in the woods, and they're tricking you and scaring you. Think leprechauns, think trolls, think goblins, think whatever you want. They're scary and they're weird, and they can disappear. But I think what ultimately is pretty close to that girl sprinting down the forest trail by herself, so confident in her ability to traverse the woods, and saw a rock that couldn't have been a rock because it would still be there, and it couldn't have been one of her friends or an adult because they would have offered her a cigarette.
It was a rock lobster, wasn't it?
Exactly. So, I don't know. I think Pukwudgies sound like a cool thing. It's not so threatening. I like to think of it as the way that the people in the Great Lakes see them, is that they're not any harm to you as long as you respect them and they'll respect you back, much like nature.
Wait, this just hit me. I think I'm a victim of the Pukwudgies.
No.
Because I have the same story as the girl, probably Sandra, who was on the dirt
You
path.
mean Miss S?
No, the dirt path was Dylan's story. It didn't involve Sandra.
No, you guys, I've told the story in the podcast probably 15 times. I had 3 glasses of wine only, but I was 22, so it's like...
I appreciate your honesty and telling why your story is bullshit. Now, please continue the story, because I don't remember this one.
No, that actually... But
or tell it again.
3 glasses of wine actually did something back then, but not enough. But I still was like... I still felt it, but I was like, it wasn't...
This is great. This will end the podcast. We'll paint the picture and tell the story.
I'm 33 years old now, or I'm 32.
Yep.
And 3 glasses of wine won't do anything. It might as well... Nothing happens. Back then, it did a little something, nothing crazy. But I rode my DUI bike home from Opus in Salem to my apartment, which was like a mile and a half, and I hit thin air at 10 o'clock at night and went over the handlebars, and my front wheel was tacoed. Looked at ship taco.
You hit thin air. Is that some kind of bicyclist lingo?
What the fuck does that mean?
No, I hit nothing. Just like
Yeah,
her.
you suck.
Oh, I thought you were saying like the air pocket showed up in your...
You didn't hit nothing. You hit the curb.
No. I was in dead center. I was on the yellow line, basically. I hit nothing.
Then why are you talking about the curb?
So how'd you go over the
I'm talking about
handlebars?
curb.
There was a Pukwudgie hiding on the double yellow line in
all of a
Salem?
sudden randomly heard a bang, and then I was flying over the handlebars upside down, and I was looking at the fucking sky, and I did a full flip, landed on my pants, ripped my jeans. Bike got a taco wheel.
Landed on my
tire.
pants.
But the whole point is that, yes, okay, I drank the vodka, okay?
I'm drunk now.
I'm drunk now.
I'm drunk now, but I wasn't. I had 3 glasses. Back then I felt nice, but I wasn't drunk. Now if I
Dom has 3 pairs of
that's
glasses.
That's just...
Hey, hold on, Dylan. You tell me you don't feel nice? You're very nice.
Thank you. No, but 3 glasses of wine made you feel good back then. You'd go to bed and not want more.
I've never
Now,
had
3
3
glasses of wine is just to maybe just put the fucking glow plugs on the diesel,
Hell yeah. Now you're getting
That's all
ready.
that does.
Now you're ready.
That's all that
Turn
does.
it. I'm just turning on the block heater, brother.
Yeah,
can
exactly.
take that to the
Yeah,
bank.
yeah. I'm just plugging in the blocking or the extension cord up to my third floor window, which I have done. But maybe as a Pukwudgie.
Bring a generator to a hotel because they won't let you put your extension
It
cords
was
in
a
the
bus.
lobby.
When I had the Mercedes, the
Yeah,
diesel,
I know what you're talking
I
about.
had a third floor apartment. I ran an extension cord up to the third floor to plug a block heater in. Funny, never not a funny.
Hell yeah.
But I'm thinking it's probably a Pukwudgie in Salem because I hit nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, why wouldn't it be? There's no reason why it wouldn't
Yeah,
be.
I rode my
exactly
bike
that.
drunk there all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, the one
I'm
time.
drunk
my
now.
DUI bike.
Pukwudgie
drunk
showed
there
up and fucked my shit up.
all the time. Yeah, it threw a
Tacoed my
fucking
wheel.
invisible pipe in my tires. It's all good. Yeah. So anyways,
No,
yeah,
it's probably a
All right, you guys
Pukwudgie
have a good
situation.
one.
I think it's settled. I think we need to schedule a haunted house sleepover, and we're gonna drink wine the whole time to get Dom 3 wine glasses in and see how many Pukwudgies he'll see that night.
Yeah, Dom, how many glasses of wine did it take for you to see a Pukwudgie?
I've never had more than one glass of wine at a time.
Until now, we're gonna do as many glasses as we can before we see
Dude, I
paranormal
mean,
activity.
if you want to see me get Pinot
So done with
Grigio,
wine.
I'll give me 3 glasses of wine and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure out some more.
For my collection.
I'd have to. Fuck! I fucked it up.
All right,
Never
Dylan,
mind.
take us out of here. Take us out of here.
All right, we're gonna everyone get the fuck off this call right now.
Fuck you guys. We love you guys.
Bizarre number of wood pallets which they burn every year in a large field shared by 2 schools. The mound of pallets was
Is Pukwudgie's just a white trash situation now? He thought it was his cousin, Sandra, and he told her to stop. Sandra
Such
did.
a Lawrence white chick name.
Yeah, Dom, what do you think about that?
Run down that path at full speed when late for school. I've ridden my bike down this trail. It's a smooth, flat trail.
All the pipe this guy's laying for the bullshit he's about to say. I can run, I'll tell you then.
Yeah, I biked that trail. I ran full speed down that trail.
I know the trail.
I've run down 1,000 times. I know this trail. So the bonfire was starting, and I remember begging my dad
80
to let
feet
me
tall,
run.
wooden pallet bonfire.
Yeah, run
Big as
through
a bar.
forest. I did catch 6 mackerel the other day.
Holy
Holy
mackerel.
mackerel.
6 mackerel and 4 shad.
Best fish ever to eat. Good eating.
No, well, I want to talk to someone who runs a grocery store and runs the numbers on these things. Like, who's buying these shit? Like, who's
Runs the
like, yeah, hey,
numbers.
Dad, give me sugar smacks. Like, no, there's a lot of options out there. That one's gonna be.
I would like to pull up that bar graph on most popular cereals year by year.
And by color of their skin and
And by content of their character.
also the
It's
character.
Juneteenth after
color of
we're
their
recording this
skin,
on Juneteenth.
It is. It is.
Location in the country.
Watch
like,
yourself, counselor.
is this a white people in Alaska thing that's holding luring you into a deep part of the woods, kidnapping your children, raping your uncle, pushing you off a cliff,
Okay.
shooting at you with poison arrows in the ass. Like that's
He's adding
picture
stuff
shows
in.
someone with an arrow in their ass.
No, it doesn't.
Pukwudgies also have an array of magical abilities.
Or to even call it a Pukwudgie attack. If you convince someone to kill themselves and you're from Cape Cod and you're this guy's girlfriend 6 years ago, can you really be convicted? We'll see. I don't know if that case is done yet. I'm pretty sure she got convicted and they gave her a light
dude,
sentence.
That's a good point. She is from around there.
Yeah, she's from the
Yeah.
area. She could have been a Pukwudgie the whole time. He was fucking a
You
Pukwudgie.
see those eyebrows, dude? They could be mistaken for the fucking, the porcupine stuff. However, it's dark outside, and other than the fire and the silhouettes of the trees, I can barely see anything. But I knew this was the path.
Adding to the plausible
Okay.
deniability of the
I
story.
fucking knew this path. Then I see it just barely. I'm telling you, right now, I'm getting goosebumps just preparing to describe what I think I was looking at.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Even telling the
wow.
story, you get
Breaking
goosebumps.
news.
This is a good
Goosebumps.
tale.
As I says, short range visibility is nil, and I had no flashlight. This is
That doesn't matter though,
1989.
because you know this path.
He knows
like
the
the
path.
I don't even need one.
You don't
This
need a
is
flashlight.
1989. I'm 9 years old.
I hate your underwear, but for some reason I put on 3 pairs in 5 minutes. The Pukwudgie game.
Also, did you,
No,
did you hear that
he
theory?
dared me
Did you hear
to.
that theory that rich people have their couches like in the middle of the floor and they're not up against the wall?
Yeah.
So this means that their couch is up against the wall. So it's,
What does it mean if your couch is up against
Not
your
rich.
bed?
I don't know, Joe, but
I knew it. I'm a fucking genius.
Why was
and
it
That's
on
the
the fucking list
Keaton
that I
and
just saw?
Nicholson.
I'm a genius and Dylan's dumb, and that's going to be forever.
That's the gospel
wow,
truth.
sums up everything.
Hell yeah.
If you want to see me get Pinot
I'm so done
Egregious,
with wine.
I'll give me 3 glasses of wine and we'll see what happens.
A fine addition to my collection.
I was wrong.